line drive right at the shortstop for out number 3.
Apodaca ripped to left field. That will bounce in, so it's going to be extra bases as they'll have to chase that one at the wall in the warning track. Flipped up, there's no play at home. So it's an RBI double for Andrew Apodaca. Runner at third. High leverage spot. Can Chavez keep the tie? No, that's going to be cracked into left field. It's a base hit as Love puts the Sandia Matadors ahead for the first time today.
The 0-2. Upstairs goes the backstop, and the run will not score. Gun down at home.
Chavez rocks and fires. Ahmed, that's going to be an RBI for Ahmed as that one right through the gap in right center. Petrie will scoop that one, and it's looking like a triple as Ahmed plugs into third base, and what a way to score that run for the Matadors.
Coach Romero barking out his orders there to his players. He's been around the game for a long time. Nice shot to center field. That'll bring runners in. Just like that, LaCueva will bring 3 runners in to go up 3-0. Runner advances to third. Shot to center. That looks good. That's gone. Man, outstanding center shot there. As LaCueva will score. Antonio Lucero, second baseman, quite the hitter. Shot to third, and good catch, and she gets the out. Outstanding play by Trinity Bazan. Nice bright spot.
Costly errors allowed Cleveland to get 1 run back. That one sent on the ground to the left side. Throw to first in time. Throw home. Got her. Whoa, what a play.
Next door or something. Not sure, but they came out here, and Ellison cracks an RBI out to left field. That's where you got to do it. 1 run, 2 run, and this game could very well be over. It's a play at the plate. It's sliding, and that will do it. The Rams walk off the LaCueva Bears. It's a 3-run batted in shot by Dean Ellison.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
Sometimes it's the small things that make life easier, like never worrying about being declined at an ATM when only cash will do. With your covered from U.S. Eagle, we'll cover you, even if the money's not there. That's a good feeling. And we do it with no extra fees or penalties. It's called trust, and we think that's important, especially if we're asking you to trust us. At U.S. Eagle, that's just part of what it means when we say people mean more.
Don't sacrifice quality of
same height rims with, I believe, to be the same weighted and inflated basketball. But man, it's different. Good morning to you. It's the same old us. I mean, for now, good morning and happy Wednesday. Jeff, JJ, A. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal. How y'all living?
What
Great.
do?
I mean, am I wrong just sometimes being just befuddled by how completely different teams can look because of change in venue?
And everyone knows it's coming, and they talk about it, and they say we're ready for it, and they're not.
Are they, though? No. I'd love a deep dive one day. Somebody really, really smart at one of these really, really nice, high-profile institutions of higher education. Like, why doesn't somebody at Cornell or Harvard or Princeton do a study on the psychology of the home court advantage? And look, sometimes it doesn't work, right? Sometimes it's not absolute. There are plenty of times where, right, the Lakers went on the road and won in San Francisco, or what the 76ers did last night. But there are some series, and JJ, I would even tell you at this point in most sports, I think it's an anomaly. But how completely different do the Suns and Nuggets look in the desert as opposed to Denver? And if you want to tell me it's altitude, I guess I might listen a little bit.
It's not for
But I don't
one
think
game.
it is.
No. What the Nuggets did last night, what did I say they had to do? Play team basketball. Because when they move the basketball, they're efficient offensively. They play harder on the other end. When they got drawn in to the ISO game one-on-one, Joker scoring 50, that's advantage Phoenix. And that's what happened in the desert, is the Suns got the Nuggets out of their game. They made it, hey, our two guys versus your two guys, and our two guys are better at just pure scoring than your two guys are, and then won those games. And the Nuggets, you look at who hit those early shots, it was Michael Porter Jr. It was Aaron Gordon being aggressive. KCP, a steal, a bucket in transition. They play team basketball. That's why they're number one seed, and they just can't let the Suns drag them out of that.
What's with my dudes from Miami? Lonnie Walker the other night, Bruce Brown last night. I mean, what's with dude? And they went to the Final Four this year. Like, is Miami the little hidden gem of college basketball?
Definitely is.
Coach Larinaga, or as he says, Larinaga.
Those dudes know their role, and that's important. And Bruce Brown was a fantastic pickup for the Nuggets. He was with the Nets last year, and the same type of thing is like, all right, there's a bunch of star players. Let me just play really hard. And the Nuggets brought him over, and he's essentially turned into their backup point guard. 6 man off the bench, and he's been very good for them.
118-102 was the number last night up at Ball Arena. And it was just it's stunning to me, right? The momentum that the Nuggets carried to Arizona, coming off of winning 2 in a row, and then the Suns seemingly taking control. All right, they figured it out, and Booker and Durant are phenomenal, and you were getting play from DeAndre Ayton, and all of a sudden, okay, this is it's all about Phoenix. And you go home, and it's completely the other way. Denver scored 17 points in the second quarter, but then erupted for almost 40 in the third, 39 points in the third. Nikola Jokic is this insane anomaly, underappreciated, consistent machine of a basketball player. 29 points, 13 boards, 12 assists last night. He looks awkward. He's not like he's not textbook. He's not how you would teach it, although he is how you would teach it, right? He's consistent. He is cerebral. He is what's the word I'm looking for? He's not like just one kind of a player. He's able to take it inside and outside. He defends.
Like the effort is tremendous, and that's been the one knock.
Versatile is the word I was looking for. Sorry,
that's been the one knock on Joker. Like, oh, he's not good at defense. Maybe he doesn't have the defensive ceiling of a Joel Embiid, right. But the dude is constantly putting in the effort, and that's what I think what has helped make up for some of that this season. Is he goes hard the entire game, and it's right. He just doesn't look like he's a dominant force. We say that every single day, but it's the truth. And he wants to play the right way. And for the Denver Nuggets, it's facilitating, and then he can hit the big bucket, and then he can have his stretchers where he takes over. He doesn't want to be scoring 50 points because that's not the best version of the Nuggets.
No, he scored 53 the other night, and they got beat. He scored 29 last night on 12 of 20 shooting. He had 13 rebounds and fed the ball 12 times. The Nuggets, on their 42 field goals last night, had 32 assists. This is it goes right exactly, feeds into what you were saying yesterday. What do the Nuggets have to do to win? You said they have to move the ball. They have to play team basketball. They can't ISO ball. They can't rely on Jokic. They I mean, obviously have to hit shots, and they shot 49%. But they've got to move the ball, and they had 32 assists on 42 baskets yesterday. It just amazes me how, and again, this is going to be my theme today, and I didn't intend it to be my theme, but as I was watching last night, I sit there sometimes, and I've been doing this for a couple of days now, right? I've been in this game for a little while. I've seen a few games. I'm not sitting here and telling you I'm an expert on sports, but I've watched a lot. I've learned a lot. I know a little bit. But one thing I sometimes I don't get is how teams look so different venue to venue. And I get how teams look different night to night, how everybody's not going to be the same, how it's not consistent. But now you got a pattern, don't you? I got 3 games in one place, 2 in the other. Is that a pattern yet?
It is.
And it blows my...
I think it's especially in the NBA, too.
It is. I think more so in the NBA than anything else, right?
And with series especially.
Because so. I think, you say baseball and it goes back and forth in the postseason. And I don't know that it matters. Hockey sure as hell doesn't matter for whatever reason. It's almost like they just, it's just white noise to them, right? They just black it out, whoever they're cheering. It doesn't matter. Basketball is insane. And I don't even go college basketball, right? I mean,
yeah.
You
Totally.
go venue to venue. Oh, well, you got to go to Utah
definitely
State.
Definitely here locally. My gosh.
They got to come to the pit. Well, we got to go to Utah State. Now, it's amazing to me. And it's got to be psychological, doesn't
it? But again, like everyone says they know it's coming.
Okay. I mean,
and so it's.
I mean, you watch
you
the
can
Denver
sit there and talk about it.
Yeah.
But yet, sometimes when, as you're saying, you see it, you're like, where's the missed connection in there?
How good was Phoenix in those 2 games in Arizona? Were they that same team last night? I mean, Devin Booker's consistent. He had 28 on 8 for 19 shooting. It probably his worst shooting night of the playoffs, right?
Third quarter was the difference because they were down 15 in the first half, and then they made it a 3-point game at halftime, and then in the third quarter, Booker goes 1 for 8.
You ready to say advantage Nuggets yet?
No.
Well, I mean, they're up 3-2. So you still think advantage Phoenix?
I think going back to Phoenix.
Yeah.
What you're just saying. Can the Nuggets keep this same momentum and not get drawn into the ISO game? Because you cannot just say, hey, we'll come back and win this out.
Can I tell you what I think the key to them is Michael Porter Jr. If he shoots and scores. So to me, he's not as good. Please do not mistake this for saying he's as good as Klay Thompson. Okay, please don't. But to me, he's that wild card. Like for the Warriors to win, Klay Thompson has to score. For the Nuggets to win at a consistent clip and win a championship, Michael Porter Jr. to me has got to give them points because it can't all be Jokic and Murray.
He's there to be their third best scorer.
He's got to be, and he's inconsistent. It's kind of like the Klay Thompson thing. And please do not mistake it. I don't need a text or an email that says you're a moron. He's not as good as Klay Thompson. I got it. But he's got to play that role for them.
But they don't, and it's a little more on Michael Porter because they don't have another guy outside of that. Like, they have good role players.
I got
Bruce
one last
Brown,
night, right?
KCP, Aaron Gordon, but they don't have another guy that can get hot like Michael Porter Jr. does in that offense, and that's why team basketball is so important for the Nuggets.
All right, ton to do today. There's a lot of NFL. Tomorrow's NFL schedule release. We got state champions being crowned and golf and all kinds of stuff. Lobo Golf will update you on that. United have a big Open Cup match on the road tonight. They'll be in Austin to take on an MLS club, so it's a big deal for United and the whole franchise. When we come back, what on earth happened to the Celtics in their place? And that happened? Holy smokes. And is their head coach in maybe a little above his head? It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
Sometimes it's the small things that make life easier, like never worrying about being declined at an ATM when only cash will do. With your covered from US Eagle, we'll cover you, even if the money's not there. That's a good feeling. And we do it with no extra fees or penalties. It's called trust, and we think that's important, especially if we're asking you to trust us. At US Eagle, that's just part of what it means when we say people mean more.
Don't sacrifice quality of flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
Check it out.
What is it?
It's a time machine, bro. I could jump into the future, get my paycheck early.
I already get my paycheck early at US Eagle.
Get your paycheck up to 2 days early with US Eagle Early Payday. Now's a great time to have your checking with US Eagle.
Time machine.
Your girlfriend breaks up with you in 22 hours, 53 minutes.
Wait, what? Seth?
We fight the battles no one hears about. We drop into the middle of firefights to rescue others.
And act as one-man air traffic control towers.
We're the ones who go before all others.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
Hi everyone, my name is Master Sergeant Jacob Groves. I am a Air Force Special Warfare pararescueman. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Network and New Mexico Youth Sports. Air Force Special Warfare operators are critical thinkers. They maintain a high level of fitness, they take initiative, and they don't quit. For more information on Air Force Special Warfare, contact me at the number listed below.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
As a mom, I try to make the best choices for my family and our health. That's why I choose Western Sky Community Care. It's a Medicaid plan with quality health coverage and special benefits like Boys and Girls Club membership credit, additional dental benefits, and wellness and support programs. I decide which Medicaid plan is right for us. I choose Western Sky Community Care.
Learn more about Western Sky Community Care by visiting discoverwesternsky.com today.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in
What time you want to give those tickets away? I mean, whose birthday is it?
Whose birthday is it today?
Addie's on Friday.
Oh,
That's
does she
right.
want to go see Fitty?
Probably. I think I'm taking her to the Cure on Tuesday.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I ended up having an extra, a ticket. And I'm like, hey, kid, you want to go? Yeah, she's got it going on, man. She's going to go to the Cure. She's got All Time Low coming up, Taylor Swift coming up.
Wow.
Yeah, she's on concert tour and college tour. When do you want to give those tickets away? You got time?
In the 8 o'clock hour.
All right. We're going to do it at 8:26. How about
Boom.
that? All right. We're going to give away tickets to go see 50 Cent. So stay with us. 8:26. We'll do that. Numbers to get in today. Kind of the same numbers. I think we use the same numbers every day, don't we? So not to confuse people. So put it in your phone. 505-246-0610.
Or people call and they're like, how do I text? I'm like, it's the same number.
Text number 505-246-0610. Yeah, it's the same one. And you can come on in and be part of the radio show that way. All right. Sixers last night. I know the score is going to say 115 to 105. Or 115. What was it? 115, 103. 115, 103. It wasn't that close. It wasn't nearly that close. And for a game to go back to Massachusetts, for the home team and the higher seed to be down or to be even and to let Philly come in and beat them up like that in their crib. And Philly's got a chance now to go home and win this thing. Joel Embiid had 33. Maxey went for 30. James Harden had 17. To me, that's not the story. Where were the Celtics? Where were the Celtics? Where was their effort? Where was their energy? And afterwards, listening to their head coach, Joe Mazzulla, tell me, well, we're trying. We have good intentions. The intent is to play well, but sometimes that leads to failure. What does that even mean? I sit there and I look at them, and there's too much talent, and that's a club that was in position to win a championship last year. Not conference championship, an NBA championship, with a roster that kind of only got better. Now, I'll give a lot of credit to Philly. I don't want to blame this all on Boston because we're watching the process mature in front of our eyes. Right, this has been a long time coming, and we're watching an MVP play at an MVP level. The block, the chase down block that Embiid had in that game was terrific. He like Joel Embiid's been great, but Boston looks horrible.
And it's what we've seen. We talked about it in the Atlanta series, games where it felt like they should have closed it out. They should have been done with that series earlier. Where's their mindset? And this is a tough one because Joe Mazzulla got dropped into the fire. He's still a young coach, 34 years old, but they don't have time for you to wait around and learn on the job. But that's the decision that Boston made because they really had nowhere else to go this year with the Ime Udoka situation when it happened, relieving him of his duties, sticking with Joe Mazzulla. And you can just feel something's a bit off. And that goes, though, to the leaders on that team. And Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown. Are you guys butting heads? Are you guys able to step up? Because this is also your moment where you need to take control of this team. There's enough veteran players on that roster where they shouldn't have to look at their head coach to be like, can you coach this effort? Like, we ain't having that conversation. You shouldn't be having that conversation.
Wasn't I told once you can't coach effort?
In the NBA. Yeah. Now, are there X's and O things that it's advantage Doc Rivers in this series? Yeah, I'm sure there is. But
which is charming in its own right.
But this is one where you just can't sit here and look at that roster and be like, you guys need Joe Mazzulla to figure this out for you. He should be a part of the process, but you're talented enough. You're missing a huge opportunity in a wide open NBA to do something that people don't get a chance to do, and that's win an NBA championship. And it's been really disappointing watching the Boston Celtics. But on the flip side, you see an unbelievable turnaround because no one, if we had the list of players that we thought were going to step up, players that were going to be meaningful, we would have gone through 10, 15 names before we got to James Harden.
Probably.
Before the playoffs started.
Yeah.
And he's been a basketball afterthought for people. They just think of this guy all right, the Beard, all buckets, nothing else. And the way that he's evolved and he's settled down in his game, he has been the biggest factor for the Philadelphia 76ers in the postseason, his consistency in their wins. Because you know what you're getting from Joel Embiid.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I hold, those star players, those superstar players, there's a certain expectation you're going to get night in, night out. James Harden, just with the way he's played, the games he's had to step up when Joel Embiid was hurt. Game 1 against the Boston Celtics, it's been unbelievable.
17 points, 8 rebounds, 10 assists for the Beard, who looks different. There's a little bit of a different energy. He was 4 of 8 from the field. He's not shooting a bunch, but he's distributing. Wait. James Harden, a guy who's ball dominant, who needs the ball, who takes 20 shots a game. Yeah, that guy. The evolution there. No, your point is right. Like your point is right. Watching him evolve. On the Celtics, I expect Jaylen Brown to be gone next year. There's been whispers that he's not happy, that he wants out. If they lose on Thursday, which would be tomorrow, are they in the Nick Nurse market? Are they in the Frank Vogel market? Like, do they say, you know what? We tried this. Joe, good dude. It didn't work. You're out. We need a head coach.
I think it comes down to Jason Tatum.
What he wants?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm listening.
Like, is this one where they like, hey, we believe we have a good young coach?
Okay.
And maybe just shaking up the roster a little bit, Jaylen Brown for whoever, opening it up. Because Nick Nurse, Mike Budenholzer, yeah, I'd just be letting the Celtics know I absolutely am interested in this position because they got a really good foundation. But they go out this way, and then there's just questions swirling about the locker room, about the roster. Then, yeah, I'm not comfortable if I'm Joe Mazzulla.
Yeah, I don't know that he's ever been comfortable. And by all accounts, good dude, and that's great. And everybody wants a head coaching job. And I don't know if what the right situation. The NBA doesn't last long, right? There's very few Popoviches and Spoelstras. I mean, there's very few. And I don't know if the right way to get your first job is with a bad team and learn, but then you lose and you get fired. Or is it with a good team that's ready to go over the top, and if you don't finish, you get fired? Like Steve Kerr jumped into it and won. Ty Lue jumped into it and won. Right? There's very few of those guys, though. Joel Embiid, 3 straight 30-point games coming off that injury. Little stat for you. Joel Embiid tied for the longest streak of consecutive 30-point games in his postseason career. The only other players in franchise history with longer streaks of having 30 or more consecutively, there's 2 in Philadelphia franchise history. Do you know who they are? More straight 30-point games in the playoffs. One had 4, one had 5. Big names.
Dr. J. Moses Malone?
Would have been pretty good, but the answer is no and no. The answer,
Iverson.
Allen Iverson had 5. You're not going to get the other one. It was in 1965.
1965.
You'll know the name. Wilt Chamberlain. Oh, you don't think Philadelphia, do you? It's where he got his 100 points. Yeah. That's kind of the kind of stuff that he's doing. Celtic fan, I know you're there. I know you're there because I hear you. And you call in, and today's the day. 505-246-0610. 505-246-0610. That's how to get in here today. Your emails come in at jeff@sportsoutofabq.com or jj@sportsoutofabq.com. Follow JJ or tweet JJ. It's at _JJ Buck.
Yep.
A. Marie's at Part-Time Bro. I want your thoughts on the hoops now tonight. It's a big night. Miami tries to close out the Knicks in New York at Madison Square Garden. And the Golden State Warriors need a win to stay alive in San Francisco. What the Warriors have got to do tonight to stay alive and not get knocked out, the defending champs need to win 3 in a row against the Lakers. What they've got to do coming up next.
Mother's Day is approaching. It's a couple days away this Sunday. And what do you have planned? You've better made plans Moms are the best, and they deserve the best day possible. And I have the perfect place you should take them to. That's 377 Brewery for a Mother's Day brunch. I went there the other day on Monday for lunch, and it was so beautiful. They were setting up their patio with all these flowers, and it's going to look so good. And they told me they're going to be giving away free flowers to all moms that come to 377 Brewery on Sunday for their Mother's Day brunch. It's from 10 to 2 p.m. on Sunday. They have a special menu, including a really fancy, like, French toast that I'm dying to try. And they just have this beautiful room, beautiful patio, and it's going to be awesome. The best part is they have a Mama's Mimosa bar where moms can build, and everyone else, but especially the moms, can build a mimosa with their choice of fruit, juice, toppings. It's going to be awesome. So head over to 377, give them a call today, take out your mom. Don't forget, plan now. You're coming down to the wire. It's Sunday. Plan now. Get over to 377 Brewery on the northwest corner of Yale and Gibson, or check them out at 377brewery.com.
It's a bad idea to...
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
We fight the battles no one hears about.
We drop into the middle of firefights to rescue others.
And act as one-man air traffic control towers.
We're the ones who go before all others.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
Check it out.
What is it?
It's a time machine, bro. I could jump into the future, get my paycheck early.
I already get my paycheck early at U.S. Eagle.
Get your paycheck up to 2 days early with U.S. Eagle Early Payday. Now's a great time to have your checking with U.S. Eagle.
Time machine.
Your girlfriend breaks up with you in 22 hours, 53 minutes.
Wait, what? Seth?
Hi everyone, my name is Master Sergeant Jacob Groves. I am a Air Force Special Warfare Pararescueman. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Network and New Mexico Youth Sports. Air Force Special Warfare operators are critical thinkers. They maintain a high level of fitness, they take initiative, and they don't quit. For more information on Air Force Special Warfare, contact me at the number listed below.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walk up to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
Sometimes it's the small things that make life easier, like never worrying about being declined at an ATM when only cash will do. With You're Covered from U.S. Eagle, we'll cover you, even if the money's not there. That's a good feeling. And we do it with no extra fees or penalties. It's called trust, and we think that's important, especially if we're asking you to trust us. At U.S. Eagle, that's just part of what it means when we say people mean more.
We fight the battles no one hears about.
We drop into the middle of firefights to rescue others.
And act as one-man air traffic control towers.
We're the ones who go before all others.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
As a mom, I try to make the best choices for my family and our health. That's why I choose Western Sky Community Care. It's a Medicaid plan with quality health coverage and special benefits like Boys and Girls Club membership credit, additional dental benefits, and wellness and support programs. I decide which Medicaid plan is right for us. I choose Western Sky Community Care.
Learn more about Western Sky Community Care by visiting discoverwesternsky.com today.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken.
Quarters.
Oh, to go park?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what quarters always remind me. I'm going to get pokey.
You know, people have just weird quirks, except for you, probably. You don't have any weird quirks.
Oh, yes, I do.
I don't even know how. Normally, I know how
Everyone
stuff
does.
happened. For whatever reason, and I got a little bunch of changeable on my dresser, but I grab 2 quarters and put in my left pocket every day. I don't know why I don't use those 2 quarters. And now, when I got back from Vegas, I got a bunch of 50-cent pieces. I do have 50 cents. But I don't carry that. I don't know why I grab 2 quarters. Now, when I play golf, what do you use to mark your ball? I use a quarter.
I now use a quarter. I have lost my markers.
Yeah, I always lose. Every time I think I got a cool marker.
I have, I've gone through a couple really cool Minnesota Viking markers and cool markers.
Yeah, I had a Pebble Beach marker.
I'm
and
so
I had
mad.
one from Congressional. Yeah.
Yeah, and then if not, I have whatever coin is in my bag.
Yeah, I don't know why. But I got 50 cent right there. We're giving away 50 cent tickets at 8:26 today. 2 tickets to go see Fitty when he comes to town this summer. So stay with us. The number to get in will be 505-246-0610. That's the hotline, the 377 Brewery hotline. It is also your text line, and you can get here as well. All right, tonight, JJ, it's elimination game for the Golden State Warriors. I do think they win tonight, although I'm going to tell you it won't stun me if they get beat. Lakers have been better. Lakers have been more consistent. The Lakers have been more aggressive. The Lakers have been better defensively. The Lakers have been better offensively. So how do the defending champs not get knocked out tonight? And so there's a couple things. They got to rebound. And I got to believe, and I'm going to go back to my go-to on them. Number one, Klay Thompson's got to score, okay? It can't all be Steph. Klay Thompson's hitting shots. It takes some of the defensive pressure off him. Somebody's got to score. And by the way, Jordan Poole has got to show up. Got to.
Be nice for them.
10 points, their 10 minutes, 0 points is not okay for a guy that you just gave $160 million to. Secondly, they got to rebound. And that doesn't mean Anthony Davis can't get double digits, but he can't get 7 offensive rebounds. They've got to put a body on him. Kevon Looney, he's got to rebound. Draymond's got to rebound. They've got to be able to defend. And then whoever it is that goes off, whoever the other Laker is outside of LeBron and Anthony Davis, they've got to be able to control that guy. He can't just have a fourth quarter like we watched from a guy named Lonnie Walker 4 the other day. If they do that, they can win a game and they can extend it back to Los Angeles. Otherwise, it's golf season.
And we're seeing that with this version of the Warriors is they do not have the same margin for error as they did in the past. It's just part of who they are now. An older Klay Thompson coming off multiple injuries. And the Lakers game, they can win without hitting shots because of their size and aggression.
Because they get second chances.
But you just laid out the rebounding, and that's why this version of the Warriors is even a little bit different than what we saw last year, because it's Andrew Wiggins You need consistent offense out of him. You need him to be aggressive. But even when they're aggressive, the Lakers have the best player on the floor when it comes to affecting the game on both ends. And that's Anthony Davis. And if he stays locked in, if he is that player that we saw last game where he gets them going early and doesn't disappear because his offense isn't there, he still has a defensive presence in the second half, the Lakers can shut this game down tonight.
How much of this is on Steve Kerr? I see a lot of it. He's taken heat, and I will give Darvin Ham, the Lakers coach, a lot of credit in this. We talked about a first-time head coach with Joe Mazzulla and how it feels like he's a little bit in over his head, and it feels like Darvin Ham's handling this. Now, you can sit there and tell me, yep, Joe Mazzulla doesn't have LeBron and Anthony Davis, and you're right. But LeBron James has not been historically easy to coach, right? Now, Ty Lue did it. Eric Spoelstra did it. But ask Frank Vogel. Well, Frank Vogel won a championship. Yes, it's easier to coach when you've got the best player in the world. Okay, and I don't know if LeBron is still that, but Anthony Davis might be that. Right
I don't
now.
feel like this is a coaching matchup at all. I think that's just you need something to talk about. So you're going to say Steve Kerr's getting out coached. He's changed his lineup like every single night.
Yeah.
They tried different things. Kayvon Looney, even if it was by accident, he got sick and let's put JaMychal Green. He has a good game, but then he comes out with Gary Payton. Like Steve Kerr is coaching, his players are getting beat in the end.
So I'm going to tell you, I agree with you, and I know that's bad radio, but I agree with you, and for the reasons that you say, and I'll just say it a different way. I'll say it the way I say it all the time. Players make plays.
Like it's not. Oh, you know what? I'm saving Lonnie Walker for this fourth quarter where he's going to score 15 points. No, he just.
Darvin Ham knew that was coming. He's a
No.
freaking genius for putting Darvin Ham in, or for putting Lonnie Walker the fourth in. Right? I mean, all of a sudden, Darvin Ham's a genius. He knew. Stop it. I mean, he hit the lottery with that one, and players make plays. Guys that aren't making plays are Kayvon Looney. I mean, Jordan Poole's got to take the hit here, right? Is he the most disappointing guy in this playoffs for the Warriors?
Yes.
He's got to be, right?
Yes.
Steph has been terrific. Clay's been inconsistent. I thought Draymond, can I tell you the truth? I think Draymond Green's played as well as Draymond Green's played in 2 years. In this series, I think Draymond's played pretty well. I mean, you're not going to get a lot offensively from him, but I think he's played well defensively. Look,
because they paid Jordan Poole to make up for some of the limitations that this team has as it's getting older. Like Steph Curry is still playing at an unbelievable level. But they thought, hey, Poole is going to be that extra juice, that sixth man off the bench is going to help us with our scoring, help us with the tempo we want, and he has not.
Well, it's supposed to be Poole and Wiggins. And Wiggins has to be better. Like, you've had one guy that's been really consistent. You've had one guy in Steph Curry that's been really good. And honestly, I think Draymond has done what Draymond's supposed to do, don't you? Like, I think Draymond Green is there to play defense and get rebounds and agitate. He's not there to give you 15, 20 points a night. It's not his game. It might have been in the early carnation, like he can get you 12 to 15. It's not what he's there for, man. That's why, at the end of the game, when he got that offensive rebound in the last one, 4, and kicked it out to Steph for that second 3, and Steph missed the second 3. I would have liked to see Draymond go up. He had a smaller man. I think it was Lonnie Walker was on him. Go right up and over him and finish that. That's not what he did. He's there to defend and rebound. I think, with all due respect, I think Draymond's been playing fine. Well, did you see Anthony Davis eat him? Anthony Davis eating everybody up. I mean, as good a defender as Draymond Green is, he's given up 4 inches and 25 pounds, 35 pounds to Anthony Davis, who, by the way, right now is playing as well as anybody in the world. Now, honestly, who's playing better than Anthony Davis right now?
Anthony Davis can be the most dominant player in the NBA.
And when he's played well, which has been the majority of this series, he's been just that. I'll take the Warriors tonight with a stipulation, right? Oh, Jeff, you're saving yourself. No, I'll pick the Warriors tonight. But I won't be stunned if the Lakers finish them tonight. They've got a look about them, don't they? Lakers have this look, this. I always tell you there's the intangible. What is it? Well, it's something that you can't really define. You can't put your finger on it, right? What is it? Lakers sure as hell look like they have it, don't they? Right now? Who you got tonight?
Warriors. I think they got one last push in them, and then the Lakers in it.
All right. We'll watch that tonight because, man, I think it's good viewing. You almost got to watch this one tonight. All right, 505-246-0610 is how to get here. 888-922-0610 will do it for you as well. The NFL schedule is due out tomorrow. What we're learning about the NFL schedule and what the Lions feel about the rookie quarterback that they drafted. Did they need him right away? Or does he get a redshirt year? Hendon Hooker. It's next. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
Sponsored by Blindster.com.
Mitch, there's a line drive right at the shortstop for out number 3.
Apodaca ripped to left field. That will bounce in, so it's going to be extra bases as they'll have to chase that one at the wall in the warning track. Flipped up, there's no play at home. So it's an RBI double for Andrew Apodaca.
Runner at third. High leverage spot. Can Chavez keep the tie? No, that's going to be cracked into left field. It's a base hit as Love puts the Sandia Matadors ahead for the first time today.
The 0-2. It's upstairs, goes to the backstop, and the run will not score. Gun down at home.
Chavez rocks and fires. Ahmed, that's going to be an RBI for Ahmed as that one right through the gap in right center. Petrie will scoop that one, and it's looking like a triple as Ahmed plugs into third base, and what a way to score that run for the Matadors.
Coach Romero barking out his orders there to his players. He's been around the game for a long time. Nice shot to center field. That'll bring runners in. Just like that, La Cueva will bring 3 runners in to go up 3-0. Runner advances to third. Shot to center. That looks good. That's gone. Man, outstanding center shot there. As La Cueva will score. Antonio Lucero, second baseman, quite the hitter. Shot to third, and good catch, and she gets the out. Outstanding play by Trinity Bazan. Nice bright spot.
Costly errors allowed Cleveland to get 1 run back. That one sent on the ground to the left side. Throw to first in time. Throw home. Got her. Whoa, what a play.
Next door or something. Not sure, but they came out here, and Ellison cracks an RBI out to left field. That's where you got to do it. 1 run, 2 run, and this game could very well be over. It's a play at the plate. It's sliding, and that will do it. The Rams walk off the La Cueva Bears. It's a 3-run batted in shot by Dean Ellison.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
Sometimes it's the small things that make life easier, like never worrying about being declined at an ATM when only cash will do. With You're Covered from U.S. Eagle, we'll cover you, even if the money's not there. That's a good feeling. And we do it with no extra fees or penalties. It's called trust, and we think that's important, especially if we're asking you to trust us. At U.S. Eagle, that's just part of what it means when we say people mean more.
Sports Animal, says the text line. Jeff, did you just say Lonnie Walker the fourth? More like Lonnie Walker the fourth quarter. Hey-o! All right, I guess we got phone issues, huh? So the best way to get to us would be text line, 505-246-0610. What was that? They're up now? Oh, we're working on it. All right. So I've got a few texts that say, hey, are your phones working? So Ian's working on that. And if you want to get in, you can send us a text at 505-246-0610, or you can email me, Jeff at sports@labq.com, JJ at sports@labq.com. Deutsch said home court meant nothing in the PCL last night. I started the show saying it amazes me sometimes how different teams can look and play simply because of venue. And I referenced the Denver Nuggets Phoenix Suns series, and how just you change city, you change venue, you change arena, and it's amazing how different those two teams look. He says the team from New Mexico, the baseball team, beat the Fitty Ones last night 9-6. That's the Isotopes. Team from New Mexico was leaking oil as they crossed the finish line, but at least they got there for a badly needed win. Good win for Topes last night on the road in Vegas. And then Ron wants to vent, JJ. Is that all right if we let him vent?
Let's go.
It's actually kind of funny. He says, Jeff, I see stories on the local fake news of folks crying they'll never go to a Lobo football game again because they had to wait 15 minutes to get into University Stadium, probably because they didn't get there until 50 seconds before post time. Yet they'll wait 3 to 4 hours in line to get chicken without blinking. Did you see the line at Raising Cane's?
Yeah.
I work KKOB in the afternoon, and people call the time if there's an accident or whatever. I got a million calls yesterday
about
how they cannot move because of the Raising Cane's and the traffic jam.
All right.
My friend waited 4 hours yesterday.
Why?
I would never.
Why?
I don't know.
They're not life-changing chicken fingers unless they want to sponsor us, then
it's
they are.
the sauce.
But they don't, so they're not.
Yeah.
All right, but will that sauce be there today or tomorrow or next week?
Yeah, it's just,
it's what the
and
the
that was
thrill
just
of waiting
one
in line for 4
location.
hours?
There's multiple locations opening. It just
but there's one open now. So that's the only one. The one on Wyoming's next, and they're going to open 5.
4 hours.
Okay.
Some of the most overrated.
Have you ever had Raising Cane's?
Oh, of course.
Is it that damn good?
No.
I don't think it's. I like it, but it's not my number one.
Not 4 hours worth the wait.
Who the hell has 4 hours? Like, I mean, with all due
I'm trying to
respect,
think what I would wait 4 hours for.
So I would encourage you to
Not a
call,
line waiter.
but the phones are down. So I'll encourage you to text at 505-246-0610. If you did wait in line, if you know someone who waited in line, like, help me understand it. A, was it worth it? Was the chicken?
It's like one of those things to say you did it. Like the dude that camped out to be the first one.
Yeah, cool.
I'm not gonna hate on people though if they love it.
He really wanted to say he was the first one in New Mexico to do it.
Okay.
Good on you.
People were pumped
But
though, so if that's
you're
their thing.
7, if you're 8.
Let's be very clear. I'm not hating on them. I don't understand it, and I'm asking to help me understand. That's all.
Oh, I'm not. Yeah, my nephew wants to go. I'm like, I'll take you in like 2 weeks. Dude.
Seriously. So you're not
We
doing it
do
either.
love restaurant openings in Albuquerque, though. We will show up. If you open something
Look, dude,
that's new, we will be there.
If In-N-Out ever opens here,
Oh, that's gonna be crazy.
if In-N-Out ever opens here, like it's going to be a 2-day wait to get a freaking double-double.
I was making a joke yesterday. I can't wait till people ask for green chili on their Raising Cane's.
And why not? Well, they do it on McDonald's.
I know. It just becomes a
Like,
thing.
why not?
Whenever a fast food place moves here.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, it'll be like the Burqueño Raising Canes, the Raising Canos. Raising Canos. See? That's what it'll be. I don't know what I would wait for in line 4 hours for. Like for food? Like if you go to a restaurant, they say the wait's 30 minutes. What's your number where you're like
30.
Yeah, I don't know.
On like just a regular night.
Is it 30? You go to Cheesecake Factory and it's 30? Because it's always 30 there. Right?
Like I'm prepared. If I know it's like an occasion night, then we're just not going anywhere.
Well, to get reservations.
Or to get reservations.
Yeah. I God bless you if you did it. And I hope it was great, and I hope the sauce was delicious, and I hope they didn't run out of anything. Right. I just help me understand it.
A story.
But what's the story? Dude, I waited 4 hours for chicken strips, and I got to dip them in that cool... okay.
And you're happy.
And I'm hearing people, yeah, we almost got in a fight. This dude cut me off, and like I was watching the story on Channel 7 maybe, and he's like, yeah, it's Albuquerque.
Well, should we just combine that then?
Should
we just have more chicken at sporting events? That make people feel better.
Not if I have to wait in line. Ron's not wrong, dude. You'll get pissed off. You got to wait 15 minutes in line to get in a game.
No, that was a great take.
And yet, I mean, I need the validation.
I think we're UNM get on this. More chicken.
Yeah.
Get Raising Cane's up in there.
More chicken.
All right. Before we went to break, I told you about Hendon Hooker, the rookie quarterback from Tennessee that was drafted by the Detroit Lions. And what's his role? Like when they drafted, were you surprised the Lions took Hendon Hooker? They took him one spot in front of where I think the Rams would have taken him. They have Jared Goff, the former Rams quarterback. Jared Goff was actually really good last year. Jared Goff, I think, has 1 year left on his deal. Were you surprised?
No.
Because you don't think they're sold on Jared Goff?
But when you're taking Hendon Hooker in the third round, that's not surprising.
Okay.
Like that's, hey, we have an offense that we trust, a quarterback that we trust, and give this kid some time.
So here's the plan. First of all, get him healthy. Their head coach, Dan Campbell, didn't bite kneecaps. He said this really is a redshirt year for him. He's going to get paid to get healthy, basically. Quote, he's got to get his leg right first, then he'll learn under Jared. Then let's see what happens. If he can eventually become your 2, or maybe down the road later on, it's more than that, it's going to be a long time, end quote. So they took their third-round pick and basically said, look, this is a long-term investment. If and when Jared Goff is not our guy, we got our guy. Or we think we got our guy. I'm okay with that. I don't know if he is. I don't know if it's the best situation for Hendon Hooker. It kind of feels like a Jordan Love situation, plus the injury, right?
I do think that's a smart play by Dan Campbell to take all the pressure off Hendon Hooker because Jared Goff has earned that job. Like Jared Goff last year, that offense was explosive. He was really good. This isn't a team that needs to be moving off Jared Goff. This is a team that needs Jared Goff to be that guy so they can take a step towards the postseason, which they should do this year.
They should be a playoff team this year.
Because they got 2 more years. Jared Goff under contract.
2 more. All right, Dan says on Raising Cane's, Jeffrey, Juan Jose, Yana Maria, just like Krispy Kreme, just like Chipotle, the newness will wear off. There's hardly a line at either place now. There's only one open.
Okay, here we go.
Are they open yet?
I would probably wait 4 hours for a Krispy Kreme, though.
You would?
Yeah. Chocolate, ice with sprinkles. Yeah, I'd wait 4 hours for that.
I would not.
I would.
Just not even if
would.
I was all puffy at the local, leaf joint. You know what I mean? No. Probably couldn't at that point. 505-246-0610. We're working on that. The text line is open at that number. Emails Jeff at sportsanimalabq.com, JJ at sportsanimalabq.com. All right, when we come back, what we are learning, leaky, drippy in regards to the NFL schedule that will drop tomorrow at 6. It's the opening drive. I know you want to know. I know it's a big holiday for you tomorrow. Thanks for listening to 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
Jim.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
We fight the battles no one hears about.
We drop into the middle of firefights to rescue others.
And act as one-man air traffic control towers.
We're the ones who go before all others.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
Check it out. What is it? It's a time machine, bro. I could jump into the future, get my paycheck early.
I already get my paycheck early at U.S. Eagle.
Get your paycheck up to 2 days early with U.S. Eagle Early Payday. Now's a great time to have your checking with U.S. Eagle.
Time machine.
Your girlfriend breaks up with you in 22 hours, 53 minutes.
Wait, what? Seth?
Hi everyone, my name is Master Sergeant Jacob Groves. I am an Air Force Special Warfare pararescueman. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Network and New Mexico Youth Sports. Air Force Special Warfare operators are critical thinkers. They maintain a high level of fitness, they take initiative, and they don't quit. For more information on Air Force Special Warfare, contact me at the number listed below.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
Sometimes it's the small things that make life easier, like never worrying about being declined at an ATM when only cash will do. With your coverage from U.S. Eagle, we'll cover you, even if the money's not there. That's a good feeling. And we do it with no extra fees.
Three-time New Mexico Sportscaster of the Year, Jeff Symbieta, A. Marie Castillo, and J.J. Bach.
Drippy, 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 drip, 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 drip. They little nuggets of the schedule are coming out. The NFL schedule. I know it's a holiday. Look, they own the world. 2 weeks ago it was the draft. Now it's going to be the schedule. Then it'll be mini camps. Then it'll be camp. Then it'll be somebody holding out for more money, whether it's Aaron Rodgers or whatever. NFL rules the world. It's the opening drive. Jeff, JJ, A-Marie, working on the phones.
Working on the phones, so text for now.
Yeah, text us at 505-246-0610 or emails come in at jeff@sportsanimalabq.com, JJ at sportsanimalabq.com. So as we sit here and wait for it, I you got me on the draft. Like you got me on the draft, right? I used to be, I don't care. I'm not watching. Okay, I watched a bunch of the draft. I'm not sitting around and waiting for the schedule drop. Now, there's a couple things that matter to me. because I run a bowl game, and so stadium availabilities, and it matters a little bit. It's some NFL schedule stadiums that play on the day that our game is, and so that matters a little bit to me. That's what I'll look for. But like honestly, with all due respect for those of you who love it and stand in line at Raising Cane's for 4 hours to dip your chicken into sauce, if you're going to tell me that Week 8 game in Germany is your thing, like that's cool. But it's I'll care that Thursday when my quarterback's playing fantasy football. But for a lot of people, I know this is a big deal.
You just got to embrace everything NFL, Jeff.
I mean, I'm talking about it, so I have someone embrace.
It's a holiday for me.
It's that Friday morning. You can just come and look in, and you can start saying who's winning the divisions,
exactly,
over under.
We all know. We already know
everything.
who's playing who and where. You just don't know the dates. You know who gets home
there's
games.
runs, and
like Kansas City, Cincinnati Bengals are playing the last game of the year
on New Year's Eve. Yeah. All right. So
there's going to be a
should
black.
I set my schedule now for that? Should I not plan New Year's Eve around
There's going to be a. Well, I mean, if you're a Kansas City or Bengals fan, maybe.
And I
fans care.
Forget who said it, but I saw it yesterday, and the person was like, "Man, the NFL is going to ruin so many Christmases when Dad is upset that the team is losing because they're playing on Christmas now."
They've been playing on Christmas or Christmas
More
Eve.
so.
Yeah.
No, they're playing on Christmas.
Well, it just depends on the schedule, right? If Christmas is on a Wednesday, don't play on Christmas.
There's going to be Adam Schefter tweet out. There's going to be a Black Friday game, so get ready.
Yep, there is a Black Friday game, and that's simply because Amazon is not getting their Thursday game that week.
And the Jaguars are playing back-to-back Europe games. I heard
2 games in London.
Yeah.
Jaguars will play 2 games in London. The Dolphins will play the Chiefs in Germany, if that matters to you. Again, for me sitting at home and watching, what do I care?
The Colts are playing in Germany as well.
Okay.
Against the Patriots.
Free agents at all? If the Jags constantly are playing 2 games in London?
What?
Yeah, dude, I get to go over. I've never been to London. Yeah, I want to play for the Jags.
Or no, I don't want to be there for
why
3 weeks.
Why not? Well, I mean, look, if you're a free agent. You're 23 years old. You're single. You're playing football. Why not go overseas for 2-3 weeks? Why not? What do you got? I mean, now I'm 34 and I got 2 kids at home. I'm thinking about it a little differently. I'm thinking, hell yes, I'm getting away for 3 weeks. I can sleep, right? Okay. All right. So when the schedule drops, then what's the first? Do you just look at your team's schedule first? Is that what you do?
Yes. I'll watch the show, the whole thing. And then I look to the game. I go to one game every year and I'll pick the game.
Okay, that's fair. So you're asking me tomorrow night, do I want to watch?
I'm a planner.
Do I want to watch the Sixers try to close out the Celtics, or the Suns try to close out the Nuggets? The Nuggets try to close out the Suns, or do I want to watch a show revealing schedules for October and November?
I mean, I usually have multi-screens anyway, so I'll just have it all on.
Okay, yeah, that's just one of those. Again, that's one of those I don't get, but I can't stand in line for chicken for 4 hours either.
The world, Jeff.
No, I get it. Look, maybe it's all passed me by. Is that what you're telling me?
No, it's just
it's not a priority to you.
Could sneeze, and we would have to talk about it.
Yeah, it's like I care about the NFL. It's my favorite. It's my favorite sport to watch, and I get involved with it. But I think here's the deal. I can't even process what it means that on October 17th the Rams are going to play the Jaguars. Okay. The Vikings are going to play the Lions on a Monday night in November. Cool. And maybe they won't because now they can flex out of it, right? But for those of you who dig it, man, I'm here for it. I'll watch it. I love it. We're all about it. So that's what we're learning. Miami and Kansas City are going to play in Germany. Get your tickets now. That will be. Do we know when? Jaguars will play twice.
No, I don't know that yet.
In London. So that's the first for an NFL team. The first time an NFL team will play 2 overseas, and the Jaguars will play 2. Dolphins will play the Chiefs. I told you that one. It's a marquee matchup in Germany. Dolphins, Falcons, Ravens, Colts are added to the teams playing outside of the United States. Put them on this list with the Jaguars, the Chiefs, the Bills, the Titans, the Patriots. So what is that, like 10 teams? We're getting there now. Here's your international series if you care. See, here you go. I'll give it to you. October 1, mark your calendar. Wembley Stadium, go. Falcons, Jaguars. Ooh. Then the Jaguars.
You have to adjust your timing. So that is important.
Yes. All right. Also in London the next week, different stadium. This one will be in Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Jaguars will stay up there. They'll play the Bills. Advantage Jags, right?
Yeah, if they're there.
Yeah. They've got used to the food, the language.
They're not traveling.
That's right. All right. The next week, same stadium, Ravens, Titans. Then they go to Germany, Dolphins, Chiefs on November 5th, and Colts, Patriots on November 12th. So make your plans. I think what that means is you got early, like 7:30 in the morning games, and you got to get up
Sports
early.
bet opens up at 7:30.
Well, and you got to get up early because your fantasy lineup, and you don't know if your tight end who's going to play on Monday is going to be healthy or not, and so you got to pick up a tight end. Do you play your guy in Germany early, or that's what it means to me. It means I got to get up really freaking early on Sunday mornings.
It does. With all the changes this year, the one thing that I think the NFL should have kept is I think every team should have to play a Thursday game.
I agree with that. Because
like, even if you want to sit there and
too.
cry and be like, oh, this is the worst matchup ever, I think every team should have to deal with a short weekend.
I 100% agree with that. And they went away from that. Yeah. And they're going to be, I think they're flexing Monday games too now, right? Mm-hmm. All right, it'll be the first time the NFL's played multiple games in Germany. First time they did there was last season, Tampa Bay, and it was Seattle. 5 European games will all begin at 7:30 our time. So that's 5 Sundays you're up really early to set your fantasy lineup. That's the most, 5 is the most European games. So I've had this conversation before, and I don't know if we have here. The NFL has talked about expanding internationally, okay? They've talked about the sites they're playing now, London, Germany, and they've talked about Mexico. Do you think it's a good idea to have franchises internationally outside of Canada? And they're not in Canada, I understand. But do you think it's a good idea to have, for the NFL, because I'll tell you my thought. What they're doing is the right way. To sample it over there, to get people into the game over there, to play 5 games. It'll get to 7, it'll get to 10, they'll get to 1 a week, whatever. But I think it's a bad idea. And I'll tell you why. But I think it's a bad idea to have franchises in Germany and in Mexico, whatever. Where are you guys on this?
If you're going to put franchises over there, just bring back the World League.
Totally.
And have your World League, minor league off-season thing going on over there.
Which is now the XFL and the USFL. So you think it's a good idea or a bad idea?
To have franchises in other countries?
Yeah, just to put
no, I don't like it.
I don't either. I'll tell you why. First of all, I think it would be those
not
franchises
fair.
would be a competitive disadvantage, right? Free agency, language barrier, and I think you would be inviting problems. Taking, and this is nothing against football players. I wouldn't be ready when I was 21, 18, 19, 22 years old either. To go live overseas, learn a new language, have to be responsible, learn how to be a professional, learn a new language. And you're going to tell me, Jeff, people do work study all the time. That's right. It's in a semi-controlled situation, and their livelihoods aren't on it. I just think you're asking for problems. Take you when you were 20 years old, 21 years old. Let's say they just said, all right, here you go. Here's a bunch of money. You're the left tackle for the Mexico City football team. How's that going to work for you? I think you're just inviting problems. And I think competitively they'd be at a huge disadvantage, don't you?
Yeah, I think overseas is a lot different than if the team was in Mexico. Then you're just factoring in the travel, and that is a complete ton of travel for the team that's based over there.
Yeah.
Could just come play 4 road games in a row and then go back for the 4 home games.
Yeah, I it's fine to go over and I think do these exhibitions. What thinks you, and what are you fired up about the schedule? It's there for you at 505-246-0610. All right, when we return, this one's going to mean something to you, I think. This one, I think, matters to you. There's a survey out. There's 296 cities on this survey. Best and worst cities for basketball fans, I mean, I know it's just a survey and it's whatever. Wallet Hub does these all the time. Where do you think your town is on that one? You might be surprised. We could do that when we come back. Hey, school's going to be out soon. I know you might be looking for that perfect gift for the teacher who has been so good with your child this year. I got that perfect gift. So I always think a perfect gift is something that people will love and they don't normally buy for themselves. They wouldn't just go buy it. On the Spot Automotive Detailing's that. A gift card at On the Spot Automotive Detailing will be a huge hit. It always is. On the Spot's amazing. They come to you and detail your vehicle at your place, on your time, at your convenience. Detailing is what all the car dealerships do to their vehicles. And teachers, On the Spot wants to show their appreciation to you, so they're offering a 10% discount to teachers as well as military. Look, if you're looking for that perfect gift, this is going to be a hit. That teacher spent a lot of time with your kid this year. Show your appreciation. Call On the Spot. 505-859-2859. Area code 505-859-2859. Or you can buy it online at otsdetailing.com.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
We fight the battles no one hears about.
We drop into the middle of firefights to rescue others.
And act as one-man air traffic control towers.
We're the ones who go before all others.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
Check it out. What is it? It's a time machine, bro. I could jump into the future, get my paycheck early.
I already get my paycheck early at U.S. Eagle.
Get your paycheck up to 2 days early with U.S. Eagle Early Payday. Now's a great time to have your checking with U.S. Eagle.
Time machine.
Your girlfriend breaks up with you in 22 hours, 53 minutes.
Wait, what? Seth?
Hi everyone, my name is Master Sergeant Jacob Groves. I am a Air Force Special Warfare Pararescueman. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Network and New Mexico Youth Sports. Air Force Special Warfare operators are critical thinkers. They maintain a high level of fitness, they take initiative, and they don't quit. For more information on Air Force Special Warfare, contact me at the number listed below.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth that's real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
Sometimes it's the small things that make life easier, like never worrying about being declined at an ATM when only cash will do. With your covered from U.S. Eagle, we'll cover you, even if the money's not there. That's a good feeling. And we do it with no extra fees or penalties. It's called trust, and we think that's important, especially if we're asking you to trust us. At U.S. Eagle, that's just part of what it means when we say people mean more.
We fight the battles no one hears about.
We drop into the middle of firefights to rescue others.
And act as one-man air traffic control towers. We're the ones who go before all others.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
In about 9 minutes. 8:26 we'll do that. Stay with us for that. We're talking about the line at Raising Cane's. Are the phones up yet, or are they still down? I think our phone lines are still down, so if you want to text us, it's a big good day because I was really looking for the feedback on people who were in line at Raising Cane's.
I put up a poll on our Twitter,
Yeah.
the KNML Twitter, and people already are saying they would not wait.
AC says, put it this way, Jeff. If the wait's that long, I'll drive to Cruces 3 hours. Pick up the chicken, play at Red Hawk or the NMSU course, get another order to drive home with. All right, it's not a bad idea. Or you can go eat somewhere else and play locally. I mean, whatever your deal is, man, I'm all down with it. I'm all down with it. All right, you know where I am on polls. I just think they're take them with a grain of salt, right? JJ, what was the one yesterday that we put out? It was Big Game Boomer, or 2 days ago, that had Diego Pavia, the New Mexico State quarterback, as a top 50 quarterback in college football returning. Everybody, ooh, okay. So what do these polls mean to you? Just fodder, talking fodder? Are you familiar with Wallet Hub? I know Bob uses Wallet Hub a lot over on News Radio. A Wallet Hub is this is what they do, right? They just like put out these, they research and do these polls. Okay, so they just released this morning their best basketball cities, best cities for basketball. Okay, so what does that even mean? Well, JJ, there's 296 cities on here, and their methodology is they basically took college and basketball, and they have 21 relevant metrics, is what they say. 21 weighted criteria. They're listed. I'll read some of them to you, not all. And there's corresponding weight to it, right? And each metric was graded on a 100-point scale, with 100 representing the most favorable conditions for fandom. And they determine each city's weighted average across all metrics to calculate its overall score. So here, some of the things they use, okay? They use NBA teams, and then, attendance and pricing and all that stuff. NCAA basketball was 30. So NBA was weighted at 70 points and NCAA at 30. So obviously the NBA cities are going to be higher. Okay, but number of teams, performance of the college teams, number of college basketball championship wins, number of college basketball conference championships, Hall of Fame head coaches, ticket prices, fan engagement, number of coaches in the past 10 season, college basketball arena capacity. Okay, that's some of the things. Where do you think Albuquerque came out of 296 cities? Where do you think Albuquerque is on the list of best basketball markets, basketball cities for fandom?
173.
Oh, mine was close to yours, JJ.
What do you think?
I was going to say 193.
Okay, 173 and 193. Las Cruces is on here. Where do you think Las Cruces came
in? When was this survey made?
It was released this morning.
Okay. Well, tough year for Las Cruces basketball.
Yes, it was.
I was like,
yes, it was.
Oh man, I would say give me 215.
All right, where do you want to go?
Give me 201, Bob.
Okay. All right, and then just for fun, you want to throw El Paso in there?
Sure.
All right, where do you got El Paso?
Out of how many cities?
296. 296 communities.
Give me 227.
All right.
I will go with 199.
I'd rather done over under.
All right, so the best guess, the most.
I feel like I'm on the Prices
I
Right.
know.
All right, if you were on the Price is Right, you'd be
I've
really
been one
pissed.
time.
You'd be really pissed if you were on the Price is Right, because JJ, you had Las Cruces at 201 and they're 200.
Oh man, that one person.
Right.
Oh.
All right. Here, this is why this is a bunch of crap.
Why is that a bunch of crap?
Because Albuquerque is 243. 243 out of 296. Like, all right.
This is based off fans.
This is all this criteria I gave you: fans and history and championships and ticket prices.
Well.
And so I'm looking like Macomb, Illinois is above, and Fort Myers and Cape Girardeau, Missouri, and Murfreesboro and Clarksville, Tennessee, and High Point. Like, come on, I struggle with this a lot. So here's where this poll or whatever this survey. I guess it's a survey.
Who's number one?
Who do you think would be number one?
Indiana.
Best
Somewhere in
basketball.
Indiana?
So this is for basketball fandom. Consider NBA and college.
Oh.
So if like you're just a basketball fan and you want to go watch hoops every night.
I'd say New York or Indiana.
Okay, I want you to think availability during basketball season. I can go watch a game every night, college and or pro, and actually some pretty good teams, and pretty
California.
good. It's LA.
Yeah, I was gonna say California, New York, Indiana. I'm thinking the top.
So here, I'll give you a top: LA, Boston, San Francisco, Philly.
Okay.
Salt Lake City was 5, and again, what? Miami, DC, New York 8, San Antonio and Atlanta. Chicago was 11, Oklahoma City 12. So the first non-NBA city is Durham, North Carolina, and then Storrs, Connecticut.
North Carolina
and then
doesn't
Lawrence.
surprise me.
So once they got out of NBA cities, right? The first 27 were NBA cities. Durham, North Carolina. Storrs, Connecticut, that's where UConn is. Lawrence, Kansas, that's where Kansas is. East Lansing, where Michigan State is. Lexington, Kentucky. And then Fayette, Mississippi? I look at some of these polls, take them with a grain of salt. 35, I don't even know where Loretto, Pennsylvania is, do you? So, West Point, New York, 38. Kingston, Rhode Island, 37.
No, it actually gets worse when you click on the college basketball specific poll.
Oh no, when I'm on
Where's
the
that
East
one?
Coast, people don't know that New Mexico's a state, so it's pretty sad.
I didn't even see the college one. I know, isn't that the truth? I didn't even see the college.
The 2023's best city rankings for college basketball fans.
Okay. How bad is that?
That is 252.
So New Mexico went down? Albuquerque went down. How many were on that list? Same 296?
Out of 295.
How'd they go up that for whatever. So take it for what it's worth. That's Wallet Hub. But I always like looking at these polls just going, right, what do they think of you? It's kind of, I mean, are you looking at some of the cities on there and just going, how the hell? Right?
You know what it is, Jeff?
No, I don't. I really don't.
The parking.
Because you got to pay.
Yeah. And you have
Highland Heights, Kentucky is a better
and
basketball
maybe
town than
maybe some cities, win or lose, they show up.
Thibodaux, Louisiana. Farmville, Virginia is 84. Come on.
Yeah, Thibodaux, Louisiana is not a.
Cullowhee.
I can tell you from firsthand experience, Thibodaux, Louisiana is not a better basketball
I know.
city.
I know. And they're 81, dude.
Their rims aren't even fully painted.
What is? Do you know?
Paint chips.
Okay, I've heard of most towns. Cullowhee, 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 North Carolina, 88. See, this is where I just start going, come on, stop. Just stop. San Diego's 102. All those towns are better. Laramie's 105. Brookings, South Dakota is tied for 105. What are we doing? All right, Long Beach, 113. Hey, you call Wallet Hub and bitch at them. I just read you the results. I thought college basketball fans would care about this one. So that's all. All right, you want to give away tickets? Go see Fitty because it's 8:26, and I promised tickets at 8:26. I mean, I'm just saying, should we give them away?
Caller number 243.
Caller number 243.
What
right
were
now.
we?
Yeah, that's right. 243. 505. Oh, wait. How are we going to do this? The phones don't work.
Oh, my
Never
God.
mind.
That's so funny. Oh, okay. I'm going to come up with an idea.
No. All right. So here's the deal.
That's so funny. I totally forgot.
I need a text game real quick.
Okay, a text game. Actually, yeah, okay.
Should I take the fifth text at 505-246-0610?
I was saying do like a trivia question and
we'll have to reset on this. Reconvene.
All right, we'll do it. I'm going to hold you through this break.
I'm sorry,
we will figure it out. No, we will literally figure this out. I know I promise you these tickets.
We weren't expecting phone problems this long.
When we come back, I'll figure something out on how to give these tickets away. Stay there, and as soon as we get back, we'll have this figured out to get you these 50-cent tickets on the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610 The Sports Animal.
Rocky Mountain Roofing uses a drone with a special camera to detect moisture.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
As a mom, I try to make the best choices for my family and our health. That's why I choose Western Sky Community Care. It's a Medicaid plan with quality health coverage and special benefits like Boys and Girls Club membership credit, additional dental benefits, and wellness and support programs. I decide which Medicaid plan is right for us. I choose Western Sky Community Care.
Learn more about Western Sky Community Care by visiting discoverwesternsky.com today.
Don't sacrifice quality of flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Everguard Roofing and Solar. For nearly 20 years, Everguard Roofing and Solar has been working with New Mexicans to enhance their homes and businesses. For all your roofing and solar needs in New Mexico, call 505-821-9543. Rudy's is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
Check it out. What is it? It's a time machine, bro. I could jump into the future, get my paycheck early.
I already get my paycheck early at US Eagle.
Get your paycheck up to 2 days early with US Eagle Early Payday. Now's a great time to have your checking with US Eagle.
Time machine.
Your girlfriend breaks up with you in 22 hours, 53 minutes.
Wait, what? Seth?
Hi everyone, my name is Master Sergeant Jacob Groves. I am a Air Force Special Warfare Pararescueman. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Network and New Mexico Youth Sports. Air Force Special Warfare operators are critical thinkers. They maintain a high level of fitness, they take initiative, and they don't quit. For more information on Air Force Special Warfare, contact me at the number listed below.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
We fight the battles no one hears about.
We drop into the middle of firefights to rescue others.
And act as one-man air traffic control towers. We're the ones who go before all others.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
Dream style stucco. Stucco is the way to go. A Southwest tradition, beautiful and durable. The perfect combination. Your favorite color, your favorite texture. You're gonna love it when they put it all together. Through any weather, nothing looks better. From the smooth to the rough, they really know their stuff. Nobody does stucco like Dream style stucco.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth that's real tough, backed by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
As a mom, I try to make the best choices for my family and our health. That's why I choose Western Sky Community Care. It's a Medicaid plan with quality health coverage and special benefits like Boys and Girls Club membership credit, additional dental benefits, and wellness and support programs. I decide which Medicaid plan is right for us. I choose Western Sky Community Care.
Learn more about Western Sky Community Care by visiting discoverwesternsky.com today.
Sometimes it's the small things that make life easier, like never worrying about being declined at an ATM when only cash will do. With your covered from US Eagle, we'll cover you, even if the money's not there. That's a good feeling. And we do it with no extra fees or penalties. It's called trust, and we think that's important, especially if we're asking you to trust us. At US Eagle, that's just part of what it means when we say people mean more.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
The Sports Animal.
All right, we're going to make you work a little bit. Adrian just sent me a really good question that we should use, but I don't know the answer, so we're not. He said the question should be how many pesos equals 50 cents. But I have no idea, so we're not going there. All right, so here's the deal. We are going to give away these 2 tickets at 50 cents, but you're going to have to work a little bit. And you're going to have to use the text line. So the text line is 505-246-0610, and you're going to have to answer a question. And the first one, and it'll be all time-stamped. It'll come in here. So answer the question and put your name on there, and then we'll get back to you with these tickets. So there are 6. I know it's going to make you think a little bit. There are 6 team names like the Oilers, Edmonton Oilers and Houston Oilers. 6 team names that are duplicated, that are used twice in the 4 considered major North American sporting leagues: NFL, Major League Baseball, National Hockey League, and the NBA. There are 6. There would be 7 if the Houston Oilers still existed, right? So it would be Oilers and Oilers, Houston and Edmonton. The first person who sends a text to 505-246-0610 and has all 6 of them will win the tickets to Fitty. Am I making you work too hard? Is that okay?
That's
all right. Normally you just got to call and
No,
be
I
like,
love these questions. No, I think it's kind of good to make people work sometimes.
All right.
And this is fun. And we're,
maybe another
we're
day.
making lemonade out of lemons.
Well, yeah, because our phones are down. Bob's are down.
And if you want them, you'll work.
Clark's phones are up. I just asked him a question. He's like, I'm really busy. I got to go answer the phones.
Oh, yeah.
That's what he said. Yeah. By the way, how many pesos?
Oh, my gosh.
Equals 50 cents? Do you know? Like today? 50 cents is 83 pesos. What? I don't even know. Doesn't matter. All right. So that's what I got. So go ahead and hit me on the text line at 505-246-0610. What are the six team names that are duplicated in the NBA, NFL, NHL, MLB? Used twice. Kind of like Oilers would be 7. That's your example. If the Houston Oilers still existed. Is that asking the question correctly? Is it clear?
Yes, these are fun bar questions. People have done this before.
Yeah, no, it's a good bar question. It'll win you stuff in your bar. You get a beer out of it. All right, we're down. Holy smokes. All right, emails are coming in this morning. Jeff at sportsanimalabq.com. I just read you Wallet Hub's. I went with the Wallet Hub's survey that came out this morning about the best basketball cities for fans. 296 cities. Albuquerque was 243. And I'm like, come on. Lobo Hobo said, in the immortal words of Dominic Bramante, we need to be more like Sioux City. That's probably right. Todd says, pesos equal 50 cents. Jeff, that's a trick question. It depends on the value of the trading markets that day. Exactly right. That's why we can't do that. Ron says, we'll get that later. Tellis is in. Thomas Patrick Brady. You want to talk Tom Brady? We haven't talked Tom Brady in like days. How are we surviving without talking Tom Brady? Let me check the text line, see if anybody's hit us yet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We got a winner. Jerry is a winner. Got a winner. Are they right? Yep. All right, got a winner for the 50-cent tickets. I'll get you Jerry's number. The answer is the Cardinals, Arizona and St. Louis. The Rangers, New York and Texas. The Jets, Winnipeg and New York. The Kings, Sacramento and L.A. The Panthers, Florida and Carolina. And the Giants, New York and San Francisco. The 6 team names that are used twice in U.S. Major League Sports. So we got a winner. Jerry, you're going to go see Fitty, and we will get those. We'll get in touch with Jerry, correct? Got that for you. All right. Tell us, JJ, what about the rumors that Tom Brady's trying to get out of his TV contract, Jeffy? It's nice money, but he realized, especially for a new guy, it's a 4-day-a-week job. He'll probably be on the A-team, so that means working preseasons and holidays. And when you're an announcer, every week's a road game. You don't get to play in the home uniforms. Is he trying to get out of it? I heard he was taking a year off. Is he?
No.
I don't think he's trying to get out of it. I think people are trying to start rumors that he's going to come back and play.
Well, he's not
per usual.
Stop. I mean,
you think Tom Brady's not going to want to do anything? Like I don't know why this emailer's been so caught up on that.
Is it
like
the same one?
It's so hard. Yeah, it's work. But he's getting compensated to do it. Unless he just doesn't want to do anything, then he shouldn't have said he wanted to do it in the first place, and then he'll back out. It's really not that crazy.
I don't understand.
His 40s. He has a whole life in front of him.
He's going to sit at home every Sunday and stare at the wall.
Especially, he's divorced now. And
what?
No, I'm saying maybe his lifestyle will change, and he doesn't have his kids full time. Maybe he wants to keep busy.
Yeah. Maybe he's actually going to enjoy this. Oh, and by the way, make a bunch of money.
Yeah.
Jeffy's already got a bunch of money.
So what?
Who doesn't like more? I know. Look, I'm on your side of this. I'm totally on your side of this.
Whatever he wants to do, let him do it. Who cares?
I do understand he wants to take a year off and then go into it.
I mean,
but he does have a contract.
I just think people try to start the rumors they assume if he is not taking the year off or changing his contract with Fox that, maybe he'll come back and do 1 year. There's always those people that want that.
What's the team this year? Colts? Raiders? Where's he going?
49ers.
49ers. So that's where he's going? Okay. Yeah, because that's going to work out well.
It changes all the time.
Rams? I don't want him. I don't. Because somehow Matthew Stafford's better? Hardly. Larry's in on the chicken. He says, Raising Cane's is pretty good stuff. Anyone who has kids in sports that travel to tournaments knows how good it is. Me and my kids are Cane's fans, but their chicken and sauce is not good enough to spend hours waiting in line for. No judgment on anyone who did wait yesterday, but camping for chicken is just a bit much, in my opinion. I gladly wait in lines for Lobo Sports because that would mean we're winning and crowds are showing up. I see what he did there. Thank you, Larry. All right. So he's not waiting in line 4 hours for Raising Cane's. For a Lobo ticket, he would. All right, I'm down. See, do your thing. Do your thing. All right, he just sent me this link. Let's see. On Tommy and wanting out, and he called it fake news. All right, I'm done. I gotta worry if Tom Brady's going to be on my TV or not. With all due respect, when we come back, I'd much rather talk about how the hell the Sixers are charging through the East and how James Harden figured it out. And did you figure when the process was done, the big difference in the process we talked about for 5, 6, 8, 10, 12, how long have we been talking about this in Philly?
Ooh, it's been a while.
That the answer would be James Harden? How that's happening, we're going to get into that when we come back. International Protective Service is something I really, really suggest for you. It's affordable private security. They watch homes, businesses all over Albuquerque, keeping them safe and protected. You worked hard to build your business, your home. Certainly your family's important. Shouldn't you think about making sure that you protect them? Affordable private security is something you should look into. I did years ago, and I'm glad IPS watches my home. They're there every single day. I see them on the cameras every day, not just when I'm gone. And when I'm gone, they do extra things like on garbage day, roll the garbage cans to the curb and back. If there's a package delivered, they'll pick that off the porch so somebody else does it. Hold it for me until I get back. If you want to pick up your mail, your newspaper, they do that as well. They'll give your home a lived-in look. If your alarm goes off, they're there within 5 to 7 minutes. You understand response time from APD is not quite 5 to 7 minutes because there's an officer shortage. Call them and see what they can do for you. Protect what you've worked so hard to build. Highly trained armed guards, 24-hour patrols, committed to our city and to your protection. Call IPS at 505-897-2420, 505-897-2420, or online at ipsglobal.com.
This report.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
We fight the battles no one hears about.
We drop into the middle of firefights to rescue others.
And act as one-man air traffic control towers.
We're the ones who go before all others.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
Check it out. What is it? It's a time machine, bro. I could jump into the future, get my paycheck early.
I already get my paycheck early at U.S. Eagle.
Get your paycheck up to 2 days early with U.S. Eagle Early Payday. Now's a great time to have your checking with U.S. Eagle.
Time machine.
Your girlfriend breaks up with you in 22 hours, 53 minutes.
Wait, what? Seth?
Hi everyone, my name is Master Sergeant Jacob Groves. I am a Air Force Special Warfare Pararescueman. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Network and New Mexico Youth Sports. Air Force Special Warfare operators are critical thinkers. They maintain a high level of fitness, they take initiative, and they don't quit. For more information on Air Force Special Warfare, contact me at the number listed below.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a #1. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth that's real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
Sometimes it's the small things that make life easier, like never worrying about being declined at an ATM when only cash will do. With your covered from US Eagle, we'll cover you, even if the money's not there. That's a good feeling. And we do it with no extra fees or penalties. It's called trust, and we think that's important, especially if we're asking you to trust us. At US Eagle, that's just part of what it means when we say people mean more.
We fight the battles no one hears about.
We drop into the middle of firefights to rescue others.
And act as one-man air traffic control towers.
We're the ones who go before all others.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
As a mom, I try to make the best choices for my family and our health. That's why I choose Western Sky Community Care. It's a Medicaid plan with quality health coverage and special benefits like Boys and Girls Club membership credit, additional dental benefits, and wellness and support programs. I decide which Medicaid plan is right for us. I choose Western Sky Community Care.
Learn more about Western Sky Community Care by visiting discoverwesternsky.com today.
Don't sacrifice quality of flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports.
More people in on the text line. So that's your correspondence today. 505-246-0610 with the phones down. I think Ian's working on them. So we gave away the 50-cent tickets. Jerry was the winner. Mud got in. Somebody else got in.
We did get a hold of the winner.
You did. Was he stoked?
Oh, he was stoked.
I asked the question, what are the 6 team names? This is a good bar trick. Use it, say within 3 minutes, can you name the 6 team names in the NFL, NBA, NHL, Major League Baseball? It used twice. And your example would be there was 7 when the Houston Oilers were still there. It was Houston and Edmonton. And the answer is, in no particular order, Jets, Giants, Cardinals, Rangers, Panthers, and Kings. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that's right. Todd got in, Mud got in, but Jerry is your winner. He got in first. I promised it to the first person. So that's how that goes. All right. 505-246-0610, 888-922-0610. That's the text line today. And probably just 505-246-0610. The process is something that has been going on in Philadelphia for, JJ, I don't know, 10 years? Who's their coach? Remember Brett Brown? Wasn't that their coach?
Yep.
And he was just there to lose every year. And, well, it's the process. And we're building. And they were garbage. And we're building to a championship. I look at them last night, Philadelphia 76ers, the way they handled the Celtics in Boston, beat them up in their own place. And I say, I can see them winning a championship. If James Harden continues to play like that, are we looking at Lakers and Sixers? Is that kind of what we're staring at right now? In the final, Nuggets have something to say, right? I don't know that we're done yet, but I mean, if you were
what
to
about
pick
the Heat, though, I don't know.
I love me some Heat. I mean, at some point, do they cool off? Are they deep enough to continue to do this? But the Sixers thing, like who would have thunk James Harden was going to be the guy?
You finally trusted the process,
right? But the process with that guy was the process was all about young guys and building from within. And growing. And how did this happen?
Well, because the process was about finding one superstar.
Okay.
And then acquiring the pieces around that superstar.
The superstar is Joel Embiid. He's now the MVP. They did that. You got a Tyrese Maxey. You got guys around him. I'm stunned a little bit. I'm not going to lie. I'm a little bit stunned by this. And I guess it's because I didn't see the James Harden thing coming. I didn't think he had it left. I just didn't.
You stunned by the process, or
I'm stunned by the way the process has come together. That the piece that put them, I don't want to say over the top yet because they're not there, but the piece that seems to have gotten them to this point
had nothing to do with the process.
It's had nothing to do with the process. Joel Embiid is the centerpiece, right? And so that was the process. But the piece that to me is sealing this deal, that has been, I don't know, I think the driving force of the playoffs has been a guy that they got in a trade because somebody else was dumping him.
But they also, it's the trust and belief. And the general manager of the Philadelphia 76ers, Daryl Morey, was in Houston when James Harden was there. And he still believed in Harden in a reduced role with this roster. And we're seeing it come to fruition right now. And the process was absolutely wild because think of here's some of the players. So Joel Embiid was picked in 2014.
That's 9 years ago.
This is who they picked after Joel Embiid. 2015, they had the 3rd overall pick, Jahlil Okafor. And in 2016, they had the number 1 overall pick.
Who'd they pick?
Ben Simmons.
Yeah, which looked like a no-brainer at that
In
time, didn't it?
2017,
Yeah.
they had a number 1 overall pick.
Again.
They picked Markelle Fultz.
Oh. Didn't they have 2 high picks that year?
Not in...
Markelle Fultz was the guard out of Washington that I don't think he's still in the league, is he?
Yeah.
Is he in Orlando?
Is the Magic.
Okay.
Now, there was a lot.
No wonder the damn process took so long.
Misses.
No wonder it took so long.
They did get Tyrese Maxey 21st pick in 2020.
Go to that Markelle Fultz draft. Was it, what'd you tell me, 18?
2017.
All right. Who was picked after him? Exactly.
Oh my gosh.
No, go down the list. And so they had number 1 overall
This is
pick.
a draft, man.
And they took a huge swing. And we all at the time said, what are they doing? I will give us this one. We're like, okay, he's a good player, but why? Okay, go through that draft.
Number 2 overall pick, Los Angeles Lakers, Lonzo Ball.
Okay.
Number 3 overall pick, Boston Celtics,
Jason Tatum.
Goodness
gracious.
Here's a swing and a miss. Josh Jackson at 4.
Okay.
And number 5, De'Aaron Fox.
How was he playing?
Woo!
It just shows you, grade the draft 3, 4, 5 years later. We always sit here on draft day and grade it. But that one was a swing, man. All right, when we come back, the University of West Virginia has acted on Bob Huggins and his anti-gay slur that he's sputtered twice this week in a radio interview. Well, I'm not sure this is going to fly. We'll see what you think, but they've acted, and here's his quote-end quote punishment. How's he going to eat? It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 670 Sports Animal.
Pitch. There's a line drive right at the shortstop for out number 3.
Apodaca ripped to left field. That will bounce in, so it's going to be extra bases as they'll have to chase that one at the wall in the warning track. Flipped up. There's no play at home. So it's an RBI double for Andrew Apodaca. Runner at third. High leverage spot. Can Chavez keep the tie? No, that's going to be cracked into left field. It's a base hit as Love puts the Sandia Matadors ahead for the first time today.
The 0-2. It's upstairs, goes to the backstop, and the run will not score. Gun down at home.
Chavez rocks and fires. Ahmed, that's going to be an RBI for Ahmed as that one right through the gap in right center. Petrie will scoop that one, and it's looking like a triple as Ahmed plugs into third base, and what a way to score that run for the Matadors.
Coach Romero barking out his orders there to his players. He's been around the game for a long time. Nice shot to center field. That'll bring runners in. Just like that, La Cueva will bring 3 runners in to go up 3-0. Runner advances to third. Shot to center. That looks good. That's gone. Man, outstanding center shot there. As La Cueva will score. Antonio Lucero, second baseman, quite the hitter. Shot to third, and good catch, and she gets the out. Outstanding play by Trinity Bazan. Nice bright spot.
Costly errors allowed Cleveland to get 1 run back. That one sent on the ground to the left side. Throw to first in time. Throw home. Got her. Whoa, what a play.
Next door or something. Not sure, but they came out here, and Ellison cracks an RBI out to left field. That's where you got to do it. 1 run, 2 run, and this game could very well be over. It's a play at the plate. It's sliding, and that will do it. The Rams walk off the La Cueva Bears. It's a 3-run batted in shot by Dean Ellison.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being.
Now, voted the best sports show in New Mexico for 5 years running. It's the OD in the AM with 3-time New Mexico Sportscaster of the Year, Jeff Symbieta, A. Marie Castillo, and JJ Buck.
Well, it really depends who you are and how much your bosses like you. Some people who spout slurs, racial, phobic, whatever, lose their jobs. Others just have to live on $3.2 million. Good morning and a Merry Wednesday. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610 East Sports Animal. Jeff, JJ, A. Marie. Phone lines are down today, but the text line is up, 505-246-0610. I encourage you to take part that way. If you prefer an email, send it to Jeff at sportsanimалabq.com or JJ at sportsanimалabq.com. So, was it 2 days ago now? Bob Huggins, the head basketball coach at the University of West Virginia, 69 years old, been in the game for 40 years, was on a radio show in Cincinnati where he used to coach. and twice used a offensive homophobic slur. He apologized, said there's no excuses. I accept whatever's coming my way. So we speculated, and I'm not sure this is it, you guys. I'm not sure this is where it all ends. But Pete Thamel, who's usually pretty on, right? He's an ESPN college basketball reporter. He's usually pretty good, right? Pete Thamel's reporting this morning that Bob Huggins is expected to return to the sidelines next season. The university is in the process of reducing his salary. So on the surface, it sounds okay. Wow, they're reducing his salary by $1 million. And okay, that sounds like it's something. It's significant. It is. The story says Huggins has agreed to $1 million salary reduction, a significant suspension, and sensitivity training. So he's expected to sign an amended contract today. Sources are telling ESPN that the amended salary, you guys, I don't know how he's going to live on this, reduces him from $4.2 to $3.2 million a year. The $1 million salary reduction is believed to be one of the biggest ever in college athletics. I can't recall any other reductions, by the way. So evidently Huggins met with the president of the university, expressed contrition for his remarks. The decision came from the highest levels of the school, and it's 2 days in. You think this is it? People are fine with it? Cost him $1 million a year?
Depends on how much pressure the school's willing to take. Because it's do they trust in Huggins enough to ride through the bleep storm ahead? And so far, the answer to that question is yes.
So he's an alum. I don't know if that matters, but he is certainly loved in Morgantown and throughout West Virginia. He's in the Hall of Fame. He wins. His career record is 863 wins. He's lost 389 games. It's a tremendous winning percentage. He's popular there. I don't want to draw. I really don't want to throw a blanket and throw an overcharacterization of a fan base, right? I mean, well, those damn people are. I'm not. I don't know how tolerant or not any fan base, specifically that fan base, is going to be towards this. I would assume maybe that fan base in a community like that would be more tolerant than in other communities. I don't know that's a fair assumption. So I shouldn't assume that. I don't know that I think this is going to be the end of it. Suspension, significant suspension. What does that mean? 8 games, 3 games, 2 games, 10 games? Non-conference up until conference play? What does that mean? I mean, I don't know. I mean, the bottom line is, dude's going to go back and make $3.2 million a year. I'm going to guess he's going to be able to send his grandkids to private school on that and still be able to go on a nice vacation. So essentially, you find him $1 million a year, I guess is what that means, right? Over the rest of his contract. It's another way of saying that. I don't know. Are you satisfied with that? Are you, either one of you guys?
This is two very strong reactions to this. And I'm still kind of figuring out where I'm landing. Because initially, like, you just hear that and you're just like, why did it even go there?
Right.
Like, because obviously there's thoughts in plenty of people's heads, but there's things that, you know, it's just, like, as you've said, Jeff, you know, it's just one of those moments where, hey, found out who he is, and this should be the end of the line, because how do you have that representing your team and your school now? Or is this, does he look back on and say, well, it's a learning moment, y'all. Do as I say, not as I do.
See, I struggle with some of this stuff because
it's like, so this is the consequences to his speech, but still, like, what standard should we hold coaches to?
Well,
is this just hey, this is the worst mistake you can possibly have happened without getting fired?
So I go to body of work, right? Because I did say yesterday, and I asked the question, I'm not sure where I find the answer. you hear often when somebody shows you who they are, believe them, right? And you always hear it in these kind of contexts. All right, okay, let's take that concept. Bob Huggins has been coaching for 40 years. I'm not going to pretend I followed his career that closely. I don't know who Bob Huggins is. I don't know that I've ever met Bob Huggins. Who is he? Do you judge him on this one, granted, abhorrent moment? Or do you judge him on his other 40 years body of work where, by most accounts, he's been very good to young men, been good in the community, been a good, like a mentor? So who is he? Is he the guy that he was for all those other 40 years or 69 years or is he... Does he get fired and judged on that one bad moment? Well, Jeff, bad moment. That's who he is. I don't know, man. Now, obviously, that's in his vocabulary, and you got to question that. Why is a 69-year-old man using those words in 2023? Is it ignorance? Is it arrogance? Is it defiance? Is it isms? I don't know. But when you start getting into JJ, when somebody shows you who they are, believe them. Do I believe this one piece or do I believe the body of work? Which one did he show me who he is? And I'm always really careful on that. I don't know Bob Huggins. I know people who know Bob Huggins. I've read people who played for Bob Huggins, and they swear by the man, and he's been very popular in every community in which he's coached, right? So there's part of me that says, okay, I can, if this is the first time. And Amory, you talk about the cancel culture all the time. Always canceled. You don't want to say something on stage, you're going to get canceled. And everybody's so afraid. If you've been in it for 40 years, have a pretty good track record, do you build up an immunity? Do you get a mulligan before you get canceled? Should you? Or is it one strike and you're out?
Oh, man. I think it depends on what was
said. This particular instance.
Yeah, I don't think that's a mulligan.
So you say
know
cancel.
better.
So you say he should be out.
I think there's a difference between canceled and what is he like?
Being fired?
Yeah, being fired.
What's the
There's
difference?
a difference.
Well, I mean, if
Being
you're fired,
canceled,
you're
you don't get
canceled.
fired because you're canceled. People just try to cancel you like online.
Well, I
There's
mean,
a
but
big
if
difference.
you fire him, you're canceling him, right? I mean, he's out.
People still might support him and stuff. Cancel culture is more about getting just rid of a person. It's not typically their job.
Okay. I mean, to me, it's the same concept in this, but all right.
Well, I also think that by using cancel culture, that's a word that people try to use to downplay someone's actions. Like it's not
correct.
Like when you use the word woke.
Yeah.
All right.
Like, oh, this isn't serious. This isn't bad.
All right,
It's
fine.
canceled.
Fired. Then let's use the word fired. I don't care. However we want to phrase it. So should he be fired? And again, this is, we get into situations, right? There should be discipline. And if you're going to tell me that you're basically fining him $1 million a year, well, Jeff, he's still making 3.2. I got it. And suspending him and putting him through sensitivity training and whatever. What should be the overwhelming determining factor? Is it the one incident that we know of, unless there's more? But what we know is, right, for the most part, he's been a pretty good, upstanding mentor, coach, successful. Or this horrible moment where there's no excuses for it. Is it one strike and you're out? It's kind of what I'm asking.
This is right there on that ledge. As initially, yesterday we're kind of talking through this, and this is what we expected to have happen. Fine, training, a suspension for Bob Huggins, but then it's on West Virginia to be able to handle the backlash, because there's plenty of people that feel that should just be an immediate termination. Like, that's not someone that should be representing a university as a head coach.
Did you hear the phone ring? Holy smokes, maybe the phones are back up. All right, it sounds like the phones are back up. At 505-246-0610. I want your thoughts on this. And this can go deeper than just Bob Huggins, right? You've seen, is that the phone ring? Did it really ring? Or is that, all right, we're testing phones. this can go deeper than Huggins, right? This can go, I mean, there's other situations. But I always hear, we talk in conflicting language. We say, well, it should be proud of a person's body of work. Is that conflicting to when someone says, when a person shows you who they are, believe them? What is like you've made mistakes. I've made mistakes. And Jeff, you can say, Jeff, that's not a mistake. And that's fair. It was really bad. There's no excuses to it. So if you do something, one thing that's abhorrent, are you out? Should you be fired? Especially if your track record is you've been good, upstanding, whatever. It sounds like, and again, I don't know Bob Huggins. I don't. Have you ever heard negatives about Huggins other than he's prickly a little bit? I don't know that I have the answer, but I think this is something worth talking through because these come up, seems like more often now than they have in the past, right?
Yeah, and part of this too is who you are.
Well,
like this is, Bob Huggins doesn't get more than a chance than if that was the radio broadcaster of the team.
What about Dwayne Kuiper?
That was an assistant coach.
What about Dwayne Kuiper on the radio the other day when he was trying to talk about the Negro League baseball,
yep.
and it came out a different way? Now, was that just a slip, or was that just a word he uses? I mean, you can make an argument that it came out as a slip. Like, I remember when I first got to Channel 7, and Terry McDermott was talking about the Monday Night Football game, and Eric Dickerson was not playing because, and what he was trying to say was he had a slipped disc in his back, and it came out not that way. Now, look, sometimes there's phrases that you can say, wow, it came out.
Yeah,
like,
this isn't one of those times.
Dwayne Kuiper?
No,
No, this isn't.
Yeah.
This isn't. But could the Dwayne Kuiper think of it? I don't know. I guess that's the question, and that's all I'm asking. I'm just thinking. I'm trying to think this through on the Huggins thing. 505-246-0610. Send us a text as we're working on the phone lines. How do you feel about it? So basically, the report is Bob Huggins is having his salary reduced $1 million a year. Wow, that's significant, Jeff. Yeah, it's going from $4.2 to $3.2 million a year. He is going to have a significant suspension, according to reports, and have to go through sensitivity training. You good with that? I'm leaning towards I am. But I wonder where you all are on that. 505-246-0610. Tell you what you should lean towards if you're looking for jewelry, and that should be John Thomas Jewelers on the third floor of the Lewis University building. It's on Louisiana, block south of Manal, across from the Coronado Mall. So the best jeweler, period. Like in a different experience. This isn't walking into one of those mall jewelry stores and somebody's going to come on you and you feel like you're at a car dealership and it's high pressure and you got to buy out of a case. No, this is custom jewelry. They do more custom jewelry in a week than most places do in a year. And it's affordable. Why? Because they do it here in Albuquerque. They've got a state-of-the-art design center with top-of-the-line best jewelers and designers and artists. And John showed me a picture. Somebody sent him a picture of a leaf, and they wanted that to be made into jewelry, and then he showed me the jewelry that they made. It's unbelievable what they do. If you're looking for an engagement ring, there is no other spot. They'll walk you through custom, beautiful rings. You'll build what's perfect for the two of you, and it'll be yours forever, and it'll be something you design. Now, with any purchase of just $5,999, John Thomas Jewelers is given a 7-night, all-inclusive trip to the Dominican Republic. I've been there. It's beautiful. It's perfect for couples looking to get engaged. You get the ring, you get the honeymoon. Perfect for couples looking to celebrate an anniversary. You get jewelry and a trip. It's perfect for anyone just looking to get away. Now, look, this is not a contest. This is good for any purchase of $5,999. It's yours. All the food, all the drink, tropical destination. They'll give this away while supplies last. Get yourself over to John Thomas Jewelers. Look at them at johnthomasjewelers.com. They're on the third floor of the Lewis University building on Louisiana, 1 block south of Manal. John Thomas Jewelers, if you can dream it, they will make it.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
Sometimes it's the small things that make life easier, like never worrying about being declined at an ATM when only cash will do. With your covered from US Eagle, we'll cover you, even if the money's not there. That's a good feeling. And we do it with no extra fees or penalties. It's called trust, and we think that's important, especially if we're asking you to trust us. At US Eagle, that's just part of what it means when we say people mean more.
Don't sacrifice quality of flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
Check it out. What is it? It's a time machine, bro. I could jump into the future, get my paycheck early. I already get my paycheck early at US Eagle.
Get your paycheck up to 2 days early with US Eagle Early Payday. Now's a great time to have your checking with US Eagle.
Time machine. Your girlfriend breaks up with you in 22 hours, 53 minutes. Wait, what? Seth? We fight the battles no one hears about.
We drop into the middle of firefights to rescue others.
And act as one-man air traffic control towers.
We're the ones who go before all others.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
Hi everyone, my name is Master Sergeant Jacob Groves. I am a Air Force Special Warfare pararescueman. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Network and New Mexico Youth Sports. Air Force Special Warfare operators are critical thinkers. They maintain a high level of fitness, they take initiative, and they don't quit. For more information on Air Force Special Warfare, contact me at the number listed below.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
As a mom, I try to make the best choices for my family and our health. That's why I choose Western Sky Community Care. It's a Medicaid plan with quality health coverage and special benefits like Boys and Girls Club membership credit, additional dental benefits, and wellness and support programs. I decide which Medicaid plan is right for us. I choose Western Sky Community Care.
Learn more about Western Sky Community Care by visiting discoverwesternsky.com today.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial
Sports Animal. All right, I need to correct something. I totally misspoke. And Dwayne Kuiper was a player back in the day. Glenn Kuiper is the broadcaster. Glenn Kuiper. And I apologize. And thank you to Robert for correcting me on that. I got another text on that as well. It's Glenn Kuiper. There was the radio broadcaster this week that had that slip slur. What do we call that? Is it a slip slur? Is it a slur? I don't know if it was a slip. But anyway, you're in on the text line at 505-246-0610. We're talking about Bob Huggins and what should happen. So I asked you, when people say, when someone shows you who they are, believe them. Is this who Bob Huggins is, or is it his body of work? Text line says, judging one by their body of work instead of their one infraction leads to their persona and personality resulting in they acting as if they're above the law. Does it? I think what he's saying, I don't know, is he saying so he slips up once or makes one bad mistake or that's who he is or whatever the situation. I don't think anybody should be above the law, and there should be consequences here, but what should the consequences be? Should the consequences be when you're punishing for the crime, is the crime the one crime, or do you take into consideration the past? That's what I'm asking. This one, Orlando says, hey, team, don't forget about Huggins' DWI arrest on national TV about 10 years ago. I did forget about that. But nowadays, he should have known better about what he said. Inarguable. Right? I'm not looking to beat this thing to death. I'm just kind of curious, where you are on what appears to be the discipline for Bob Huggins. I think I'm okay with it. If it's going to cost him $1 million a year, well, Jeff, it's not really going to cost him. Well, it is. I mean, he's still comfortable. He's still going to get paid 3.2, but he's giving back $1 million a year. And
sounds like he's on his second strike. So
right? Yeah. I think I'm okay with it. But again, this is where I and somebody said this. Was it Tom Hanks who said it the other day? Don't tell me what I'm supposed to be offended about. Like, if you're offended by this, and I thought, by the way, his apology was about as well-worded apology as we've seen. This wasn't, if I offended anyone. He knows he did. I'm sorry to those whom I offended. He knows he did. Do I think you shouldn't say those words? I mean, I don't know. Were you offended by them, or did you just think they were more, what the hell are you doing?
No, you shouldn't be saying that.
You shouldn't be saying those words. That's all. All right. 505-246-0610 is where we are. 888-922-0610. Ren says significant suspension. I'm not even sure what this means, Jeff. Coaches need to be on the sidelines. It's not like these jobs that 3 years later you're still on your couch and your PJs working on your laptop. No, I think that's a little different than a suspension, don't you? All right, Honda wants to talk a little bit about NIL. He says, can I pick your brain, Jeffy? Sure you can. Can you pick your brain too, JJ?
Sure.
He said, about 20 years ago, I was watching Anna Kournikova. She was a marginal tennis player, but because of the way she looked, she was raking in big NIL dollars. Wasn't called that then, but yeah. And the match commentator was Martina Navratilova, who was so jealous she was green. She might have been the best player ever, but didn't get a fraction of the interest either then or back when she played. So what's going to happen when you have a lacrosse team, for example, who has a girl on the bench who's a, quote, little bombshell, end quote, and gets a lot of social media attention, thus cleans up the NIL money, yet the best players on the club don't get peanuts? What is going to happen to cohesion in the locker room or morale? It's from Hondo.
You know what's going to happen, and this isn't breaking news.
I think it's happening now.
Like, what's shocking about that?
Yeah. I mean, so same thing that's going to happen that happened back in the day, Hondo. I mean, it's kind of the law of the jungle, right? Survival of the fittest, right? I mean, that's what that is. I don't know that that's going to be a shocker. What's going to happen is morale. I don't know. Hopefully the girl who's raking in the NIL money, who's not playing a lot in that situation, would be cool with things and, buy candy, cakes, drink, dinner, whatever, and be cool about it, and people are gonna have to understand it. And here's the deal, and Anne-Marie, you're gonna get this, because I think you do. There's opportunities to capitalize, right? If somebody's capitalizing on social media, like you're really good with your social media presence, you're there every day. It's a priority to you, right?
Well, yes, and since I've been in media and entertainment, it provides me an opportunity to make extra money.
Okay. So it's there for anybody who wants
to build my brand.
Well, it's there for anybody who wants to take advantage of it.
Yep. And it's not easy. So
it's hardly easy.
Obviously being good looking is an advantage, but it's work though.
So
don't take away from someone just because they're good looking.
Right. Look, everybody plays on their strengths, or should. Like everybody's got looks at it differently. I respect how you do that. It's not my thing, right? I don't have a big social media presence. I don't have a problem with people who do. I don't have the time for it, and it's just
You're lucky though, because in my career field and as a stand-up comedian, it's a huge part of. I don't want to have it. I have to have it.
So if I was at a different point in my career, okay, if I was, let's just say 25 years ago in my career, would I think differently about my social media presence? I very well might. My take on it is, man, I'm on the air 3 hours a day. People know enough about my crap. They don't need to know what I ate, where I am tonight, what I'm doing for dinner, what I think. I'm here every day. If you want it, I'm here. But that's my thought, okay? There's a part of me that still really, really loves my privacy, or the limited part of it, okay? But I get it. So if someone in this scenario is utilizing social media and monetizing off of that, whether it's themselves, their brand, whatever, good for them. And so, Hondo, in your situation, everybody's got that opportunity. Use your wit. Be funny. Jeff Grammer's really funny. He's got a great social media presence. He's a great Twitter follow. He's on there on a regular basis. Now, he's hot, too. He's really good looking, and so he takes advantage of that, right?
Yeah.
But there's a lot of ways to utilize it. So, Hondo, in your scenario, is there going to be jealousy? Is there going to be resentment? I don't know. Take control.
I don't just Google what's happening now, because it's not something that's on the horizon. It's something that's here, something that's happening right now.
What do you mean?
What he's concerned about's happening right now.
Yeah.
We'll look at college athletes' social media, the ones that have big brands, and then you can say, all right, are they the best on their team? Are they contributing in their sport? And you can start to find some answers to those questions.
Yeah. All right, we can talk some NFL when we come back. Justin Jefferson, extension. He's a stud, one of the best receivers in the NFL. Let's talk a little bit about that, what his coach says, when, what, how much, and when. I mean, yes. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
Telling it like it is.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
We fight the battles no one hears about.
We drop into the middle of firefights to rescue others.
And act as one-man air traffic control towers. We're the ones who go before all others.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
Check it out. What is it? It's a time machine, bro. I could jump into the future, get my paycheck early. I already get my paycheck early at U.S. Eagle.
Get your paycheck up to 2 days early with U.S. Eagle Early Payday. Now's a great time to have your checking with U.S. Eagle.
Time machine.
Your girlfriend breaks up with you in 22 hours, 53 minutes.
Wait, what? Seth?
Hi everyone, my name is Master Sergeant Jacob Groves. I am a Air Force Special Warfare pararescueman. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Network and New Mexico Youth Sports. Air Force Special Warfare operators are critical thinkers. They maintain a high level of fitness, they take initiative, and they don't quit. For more information on Air Force Special Warfare, contact me at the number listed below.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth that's real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
Sometimes it's the small things that make life easier, like never worrying about being declined at an ATM when only cash will do. With your covered from US Eagle, we'll cover you, even if the money's not there. That's a good feeling. And we do it with no extra fees or penalties. It's called trust, and we think that's important, especially if we're asking you to trust us. At US Eagle,
the sports animal.
All right, things looking a little better for Lobo women's golf. They started the day in 7th place at the San Antonio Regional. Today's the final day of the region. And the top 5 teams will advance to the NCAA championships next week. Currently, and the Lobos are finishing up the front 9. They're on the 7th through 9th holes right now. They have moved up 2 spots. So UNM is currently, Lobo women's golf, in 5th place. And again, top 5 advance. They're 23 over as a team. So they're 3 strokes better than Auburn, who's at 26 over, and UCLA at plus 28. I don't know that they're going to catch Pepperdine, who's 10 strokes ahead of them at plus 13. So they're just trying to hold on to that number 5 spot and advance to the NCAAs. But that's to the NCAA championship, so that's where they are. So I'll keep you up to date on, and it's not going to finish by the time we're off the air, but by tomorrow we'll have an idea. And kind of pulling for them. I thought Jill was really good on Monday, Marie, when she was on. Jill Trujillo, the Lobo women's
she's
coach.
Awesome.
And yeah, so
that's up on our podcast platform if you missed it.
And please, any of the stuff that you missed, you can go find on our podcast. And then the men will go next week. They'll be in South Carolina. All right, so you're a big Justin Jefferson fan, wide receiver, Minnesota
I'm
Vikings.
pretty big Justin Jefferson fan. You could say that.
Should he get an extension?
Yes, he should, obviously. And we all know it's going to happen. We just don't know for how long.
Their head coach is Kevin O'Connell, and he said, quote, "I don't know if I put a timeline on it. I just know that, we very much are looking forward to having Justin play here for a really long time," end quote. So the new trend is paying for a number 1 wide receiver, right? This gets done before camp, does it not?
Absolutely.
What are the numbers? What kind of numbers? It's all guaranteed money, I understand, but what kind of numbers are we looking at?
Oh, man. A lot.
Fair enough.
I think he will be one. I think he is going to be the highest paid wide receiver
in the league.
Who is that now?
That's what I was going to ask.
Devontae Adams.
How much?
140 total.
Like 17 a year?
828 a year.
How much a year?
28.
28.
So Tyreek
is 30 million.
Is 30.
Yeah.
We got 1 less year than Devontae.
Yeah, I think Justin Jefferson will be up there.
Didn't they just draft a receiver
top
too?
3.
Did they draft a receiver?
Yeah.
They did, right? They let Adam Thielen go and they drafted a receiver.
Yeah.
All right. If I asked you who's the best receiver in the NFL right now, what would you say? Would you still say Devontae Adams? DeAndre Hopkins? Where'd you go? Debo?
That's a tough question.
Right?
Mine's obviously a homer pick, so I'm going to go outside my heart.
Well, you can say Justin Jefferson. I mean, I don't think that's crazy.
No. It's like I have a tie between like top 3.
Who do you got?
The highest paid ones.
So you got Tyreek up there too.
Oh yeah.
I think Chase, Jefferson, Adams,
terrific.
Tyreek Hill.
Oh, Jamar Chase, yes.
Yeah. No, Jamar Chase is terrific. What about
I love Jamar Chase.
Why am I thinking the guy from Tennessee that went to
AJ Brown?
AJ Brown.
Yeah.
Cooper Kupp.
Cooper Kupp's got to be on there, doesn't he?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Just had a tough season last year with those Rams.
The trend has really been building around him, though, hasn't it? And
evolution of the game.
Well, I don't know. 10 years ago, you put way more value in a running back than you did in the receiver, and I think it's completely changed.
It's flipped.
Completely changed. That's why so many young receivers are going. That's why you look around, you look at the Garrett Wilsons and the Christian Watson. Who's better, Christian Watson or Romeo Doubs for the Packers? Who do you think long term? No, honestly.
No, sorry.
Why?
No, I think they have.
Did I flip on you?
No, I just no, you did not.
I think they have two. I think they're wide receiver 1 and 2 in Green Bay.
And they just drafted another one, didn't they? They added Jaden Reed and Wicks and yeah. They're giving Jordan Love every chance to succeed. Like if it doesn't work this year, they can turn the page and say, you know what, we tried.
And they still got some good running backs up there in Green Bay. They got some weapons up there.
Yeah, I agree with you. Yeah. All right, text line 505. And again, we phone lines are down, so we're encouraging you to send us text 505-246-0610. Who was that sports play-by-play announcer who made that mistake on air? Stated he'd be fired, yet still announced the game's details. What was his infraction? I'm not sure I know.
Well, who is he talking about?
I don't know.
Oakland A's announcer?
I don't know.
For which kind of comment? Like a racial slur or sexist or...
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Okay, that was very... It's hard for us to respond to that when there's no detail or who it was.
Yeah, I'm not honestly sure. This one says the shock, they're talking about NIL benefits on Hondo's email. The shock is that NIL cash benefits one, regardless of their effectiveness in their sport, and interferes with a school's recruiting. While not caring about their brand and thinking NIL and social media corrupt sports, I wouldn't contribute a penny to either. Okay. Whether you contribute to it or not, it is there. It is relevant. It is influential. So in life, do the most effective people get paid the most, or the most influential get paid the most? So meaning, like he's saying, the NIL is going to benefit one regardless of their effectiveness. Okay. Life ain't fair. Like, who's more important to our society, a teacher or a baseball player?
We all know that answer, Jeff.
Who gets paid more?
Baseball players.
All right. It's regardless of their effectiveness. Teachers, law enforcement, military. I mean, I don't think we'd argue. I don't even think baseball players would argue with you that those people are more vital to our everyday society. The baseball players are the ones who get paid more because why? Because the market drives that. That's what NIL is. It's a microcosm within the game. It's no different than real life, is it?
No.
So I mean, and I'm cool if you wouldn't contribute to either. I get that that's not your thing, but there are people who are. What I've heard. Well, why would I contribute to these student athletes so they can make more than me? Well, it's no. No,
sorry, that's a genuine laugh.
No, I literally hear that, and I almost kind of get that, but
then don't contribute.
No, that's the answer. But the answer to why would I is, do you want your team to be successful? Well, there's no guarantee. You're right.
Why are you paying to watch them in the first place?
100% right. And it all leads down to that.
Remember, athletes are humans, okay? They're 18-year-old to 22-year-old humans, okay, for college athletes.
They're on a free ride. What are you talking about? Humans,
this is such a small part of their life.
And that's why I think NIL is beneficial, because scholars, yes, a full ride scholarship is fantastic. But this is also, for a lot of these players, going to be their most marketable time, is to get the most bang for the buck right now with their skills, their impact, their meaning. Because, yeah, it's nice when you say 10 years from now, here's an autograph signing with the shooting guard from 2017. And sure as heck ain't going to get the same bang for your buck then than you would right now.
And you know how hard it is to become a college athlete? I don't know if people know that. Probably put in a lot of time, a lot of money, a lot of effort, their whole life to go into college.
That's
majority
of scholarship, so they don't need anything else.
You know, so I'm caught in between, right?
And college is expensive too. Okay.
And
some of us are still paying it off.
Thank you.
So,
like, to say they're not getting anything.
The point that you're making, a lot of people are saying, is that they're already getting enough by
no way
their scholarship.
Well, I don't know if it's no way, and I don't know that it's absolutely. I would tell you that they were getting something with a scholarship. They're getting a multi-$100,000 college degree, room, board, medical training. I mean, they're to sit there and say they're not getting anything is an argument that I will never accept.
No, I'm not saying that they're not getting anything, but this is their whole life, and that is their job right now, is to play that sport. And I know they're doing education on top of that.
And they're getting compensated with their free education. Now we can have the argument: is that compensation enough? And the argument's not even moot, or not even good anymore, because they're getting on top of it. But I mean, if you were, the way it used to be, when I used to hear that the athletes are exploited and they're not getting anything, I struggle so much with that argument, because you do understand how much a college education A costs and B is worth. Well, Jeff, they don't take advantage of it. Well, that's on them. The opportunity that is afforded these student athletes, and the other side of that argument is the majority of student athletes who do get scholarships do take advantage of it. We talk about this 2% at the top that are going pro or think they're going pro. But if you look up and down any athletic department, 90 to 95% of the student athletes are taking advantage of the opportunity which they're afforded, right? But you guys, I mean, and you can disagree, I'm fine with it, but I will never, ever, I don't think, come to the other side that the college education that they are getting is nothing. That the value of that, you paid for it, I paid for it, you paid for it. Now, if you want to have a conversation that it's not enough, I think that's where we are now. You think I'm wrong on that? I know they're really loud. But do you think I'm wrong with saying that free education or partially?
No, but that's why there's still so many people that don't like it, don't want to come around on it because of the way it has been. And it says, you're a student athlete, you get a scholarship. End of story.
And that's the way it was.
Yes. And change for anyone is hard. And then when you get into the pay for play game.
Well, because we're not calling it what it is anymore. It is pay for play, but we're calling it NIL. Come on, let's be honest with it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, how many, like we know that Jamal Mashburn Jr. and Jalen House are getting NIL deals. Have you seen them? What commercial have you seen them in?
Oh, it's pay for play.
Have you seen, what have they endorsed? What have you seen them? I mean, is it a car dealership, a movie house, a restaurant? Where? And I'm cool with it. I'm not mad at them. Don't get me wrong. I'm more mad at the system than I am at them. Good for them. But we know that they're getting, and I'm all about it. What was the last commercial you saw either one of those guys in? It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
This is Boomer Esiason with the CBS Sports Minute, sponsored by...
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
We fight the battles no one hears about.
We drop into the middle of firefights to rescue others.
And act as one-man air traffic control towers. We're the ones who go before all others.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
Check it out. What is it? It's a time machine, bro. I could jump into the future, get my paycheck early. I already get my paycheck early at U.S. Eagle.
Get your paycheck up to 2 days early with U.S. Eagle Early Payday. Now's a great time to have your checking with U.S. Eagle.
Time machine. Your girlfriend breaks up with you in 22 hours, 53 minutes. Wait, what? Seth?
Hi everyone, my name is Master Sergeant Jacob Groves. I am a Air Force Special Warfare Pararescueman. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Network and New Mexico Youth Sports. Air Force Special Warfare operators are critical thinkers. They maintain a high level of fitness, they take initiative, and they don't quit. For more information on Air Force Special Warfare, contact me at the number listed below.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
Sometimes it's the small things that make life easier, like never worrying about being declined at an ATM when only cash will do. With your covered from US Eagle, we'll cover you, even if the money's not there. That's a good feeling. And we do it with no extra fees or penalties. It's called trust, and we think that's important, especially if we're asking you to trust us. At US Eagle, that's just part of what it means when we say people mean more.
We fight the battles no one hears about.
We drop into the middle of firefights to rescue others.
And act as one-man air traffic control towers. We're the ones who go before all others.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
As a mom, I try to make the best choices for my family and our health. That's why I choose Western Sky Community Care. It's a Medicaid plan with quality health coverage and special benefits like Boys and Girls Club membership credit, additional dental benefits, and wellness and support programs. I decide which Medicaid plan is right for us. I choose Western Sky Community Care.
Learn more about Western Sky Community Care by visiting discoverwesternsky.com today.
Don't sacrifice quality of flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Club.
United at Austin today, MLS team, U.S. Open Cup. Chance to move on and beat another MLS team. Great opportunity for them. Text line's been popping this morning, 505-246-0610. It says Tom Brenneman, the Cincinnati Reds announcer, is to whom the other email was alluding. Could be. Could be. This one says most Olympic sport college athletes, male and female, do not get full ride scholarships. Where was the jealousy talk before? That is correct. Most get partial scholarships. That's correct. This one says, are Trout and the other Angel player, I'm going to guess Shohei Ohtani, worth the cash they get paid? That's an interesting question. Are Mike Trout...
Did he say the other Angel player?
That's correct. Yeah, Shohei Ohtani. Are they worth the money they get paid? I mean, how do you judge that?
I think if anyone in sport is backing it up, it's Shohei Ohtani for his contract.
You know, if you want to sit here and tell me none of these athletes are worth what they get paid because why? I mean, if what amazes me, and this is what boggles my mind sometimes, right? I've asked this question so many times. What's too much? What's the breaking point? I never thought I'd see a $50 million a year athlete. I remember when Dave Parker made $1 million a year. I was like, oh my goodness, to play baseball, right? 50, 52, right? The money's there. All the franchises are making money. All the owners are still in their private jets making a bunch of money, spending it, right? The money's there. So are they worth it? I mean, somebody's going to make the money, whether it's going to be the athlete or the owner. Somebody's going to make it. So you keep eating it up. You keep buying the tickets. You keep buying the Sunday ticket. The money's there. Are they worth it? Like, do I think they're worth more than law enforcement and teachers? And no. But they get more? How many people say, I want to grow up and be the best teacher ever? No, they all want to be Tom Brady, Tiger Woods, right? I mean,
Well, how about this?
Yeah.
A lot of people are like, oh, Amory, you're so lucky you get to do radio. You make so much money.
You make all the money.
You make so much money.
Yeah. Yeah. Wait till you get kicked up to the big leagues. I mean, then you really make the money. Yeah. I know.
That's funny.
Terry said Hunter Dickinson picks Kansas for $4 million for 2 years. Yes, he did. Livy Dunn would make millions anywhere she went to school. I'm not sure what his point is, but yes. Yeah.
Do people have a problem in general? It's because their money's going to it, but outside of athletes, just TikTokers and influencers and everything, just making so much money now.
So yes, and
has to do with their money going to universities.
Well, okay.
I know we don't have that much time left.
No, no. I don't even think that's it. I think there's the real disconnect.
YouTubers. I mean,
how
people
do people
make so much money.
Right. They're like, I work, and those people aren't working. How are they making money playing esports? How are they making money just thumbing out stuff on their phone? How are they making money? Yes. No, I think there's a big disconnect.
It's a lot of time.
Well, it's not just there's a lot of time. There's a market for it.
Well, there's a talent to it.
Correct.
Because people are consuming it.
Yeah, there's a talent. I got my brother's got a nephew whose kid is, and he was on our show. Remember, Logan was on. He's an esport kid, right? I mean, he's a racer.
It's crazy.
He's sponsored and he's making a living sitting in his chair in his back room driving cars on a video screen.
It's crazy. Yeah, I have some friends too that are just cleaning
Yeah,
up.
there's a market for it.
I mean, if you're good enough, now would I encourage my kid to go into that? If she was really, really good and can make a couple $100,000 a year starting out playing video games, yeah, I might. Sarah wants to know what happened to student athlete, Jeff. It's finals week. How can the women be in San Antonio, and how long is this tournament? It seems like you've been giving updates for a month. Does it really? It's 3 days. We started on Monday. Today is Wednesday. So all schools are on different schedules. Some are done, some aren't done, and that's when the NCAA is playing their regionals. And as you know, the baseball World Series goes on after school, and that's where they are. So they don't get to pick when the regional is. By the way, they picked up another stroke. So how about this? This is how good they're playing today. And I don't want to jinx it because they're on the 8th through 10th hole. There's 12 teams at this regional. Only one team is under par today, and it's New Mexico. They're -2, and they are in 5th place right now, 5 strokes clear of Auburn for that last spot. But yeah, Sarah, they don't get to pick when it is, man. The schedule's out, and you work around finals week. I mean, it's what it is, right? Student athletes, we've done this a lot. Have you heard proxy? So because New Mexico Bowl is always so early, it often tends to fall during finals week. And every year during the 17 years, maybe not the COVID year, we've had proctors, give finals. So student athletes were taking finals while they were here. Yeah. It's amazing how you make you find a way to make do with these things. All right, I'm working on something cool for tomorrow, some college football stuff. You know what else tomorrow is, you guys? It's schedule release in the NFL.
Woo woo! It's a holiday.
All right, when we sit here tomorrow, will the Lakers have finished off the Warriors?
No.
Yes. I'm going yes.
All right. Jim Rome Show is next. The Herd with Colin Cowards after that. 2 Men On comes your way at 4. We're back with award-winning radio starting tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. You get Isotopes tonight. They're in Las Vegas. Adrian, great work. It looks good on the video side. Amory, terrific job without phones today. How about that? Big day for you?
Tuesday.
Enjoy it. Be good to each other, please. Be kind, loving, caring, and sharing. We'll smell you tomorrow.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
As a mom, I try to make the best choices for my family and our health. That's why I choose Western Sky Community Care. It's a Medicaid plan with quality health coverage and special benefits like Boys and Girls Club membership credit, additional dental benefits, and wellness and support programs. I decide which Medicaid plan is right for us. I choose Western Sky Community Care.
Learn more about Western Sky Community Care by visiting discoverwesternsky.com today.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Everguard Roofing and Solar. For nearly 20 years, Everguard Roofing and Solar has been working with New Mexicans to enhance their homes and businesses. For all your roofing and solar needs in New Mexico, call 505-821-9543.
Rudy's is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
Check it out.
What is it?
It's a time machine, bro. I could jump into the future, get my paycheck early.
I already get my paycheck early at US Eagle.
Get your paycheck up to 2 days early with US Eagle Early Payday. Now's a great time to have your checking with US Eagle.
Time machine.
Your girlfriend breaks up with you in 22 hours, 53 minutes.
Wait, what? Seth?
Hi everyone, my name is Master Sergeant Jacob Groves. I am a Air Force Special Warfare Pararescueman. Air Force Special